You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Ottumwa High Baseball, 1240 AM, 102.7 FM KBIZ, live video on the Ottumwa Radio Group Facebook page. Good evening once again, everybody. Jason Van Arkel with you from Roosevelt Field in Mason City. Annie Argo with me, the on-site video producer. Carl Davis, the radio producer, back at the KBIZ studios, getting ready for Game 2 between Ottumwa and Mason City after the Bulldogs dropped Game 1 5-3. Ottumwa now 19-9 on the season. They've dropped 3 in a row. Mason City has improved to 20-8. Both teams trying to finish strong down the stretch. Neither team is ranked in the Iowa High School Baseball Coaches Association Class 4A poll, but both teams still with good records, and Ottumwa could really use a win against a quality team under their belt, as we're not too far away from those sub-state pairings being announced. You'd like to get a home game to start. Obviously, if you're a 1 seed, you win your game, you win your first round game, you get a bye to the final. I don't think either of these teams is in contention for that, but you'd like to at least have, if you get the 3 seed, you know you get 1 home game. If you get the 2 seed, then you have to play 3 games to get to state, but 2 of them would be at home, unless the 1 seed gets upset in the first round, which has happened before. Those of you who remember back to 2014, Ottumwa was the 2 seed, and Des Moines East was the 1 seed, and East got upset by Hoover, and all of a sudden Ottumwa won their first round sub-state game, found themselves with a bye to the final, and ended up losing at home in the sub-state final to Valley, I think 2-0. It was a tough night offensively. But things like that can happen, so both these teams just want to get the best seed they possibly can, finish as strong as they can to attract that kind of attention, and then see what happens when you get to sub-state. Still a little bit of time before we get Game 2 underway. Right now we're going to take a 3-minute timeout and return with more of our Game 2 pregame show on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
In Searcy, Arkansas, a young man says I love you for the first time, but his girlfriend doesn't quite hear. In Franklin, Tennessee, a boy encounters his first pickle. And in Kyle, Texas, after a mission for tots, cousins realize they're a long way from Kyle, Texas. One day, many people, millions of orders. This is Howie Sonic.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
Birthdays, ladies' night out, bachelor or bachelorette party, sports team, no matter what your special event or sport, at Graphics Masters, we can make you stand out. We offer custom apparel, t-shirts, sweatshirts, koozies, and more. We even make custom signage for your event. It's all here under one roof. We even offer auto detailing as well. Like Graphics Masters on Facebook to see some of our quality work, or stop into the shop located on Albee Road across from the BP. Graphics Masters, we print your words.
Get the small-town charm with real-world experience at William Penn University. Located in beautiful Oskaloosa, Iowa, William Penn is the perfect place to pursue your higher education. We offer a diverse selection of majors, including a 4-year nursing degree. And our state-of-the-art facilities offer the latest technology. With small class sizes and affordable tuition, William Penn is a great place to call home. Invest in your future at William Penn. Visit wmpenn.edu today to learn more and enroll.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people with goals, people who want to save more, people that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Ottumwa High Baseball, 1240 AM, 102.7 FM, KBIZ. Live video on the Ottumwa Radio Group Facebook page. Getting ready for Game 2 of our baseball doubleheader up in Mason City tonight between the Bulldogs and the Riverhawks. Looking ahead to the upcoming broadcast schedule, we're on the air 2 more times this week. Tomorrow night, back home in Ottumwa. Bulldog baseball and softball are playing Des Moines Roosevelt tomorrow night. We did baseball when we made the road trip to Roosevelt, so we will have softball tomorrow night at home at Houston Field. Bulldogs and Rough Riders first pitch at 5 o'clock on KBIZ and on the live video stream. Then on Friday, we stay with softball. After tomorrow night, the week is over for Ottumwa baseball, but softball on Friday will travel to the Brian Irby Classic, the annual trip to the Cedar Rapids Jefferson Tournament. And let me bring up the schedule here for that. We play Bettendorf and Benton in Cedar Rapids, and while I'm looking up those times, I can tell you that because of the rules imposed by Cedar Rapids Jefferson, we are not allowed to do a live video stream on Friday. We will be live on the air on KBIZ, and we will be recording the video. We can't air it live on the video stream. We will record the video, and it'll be available for playback on Saturday. So again, no live video of Ottumwa softball on Friday, but you'll be able to watch the replay of the game afterwards, and that'll get uploaded to the Ottumwa Radio YouTube channel. So looks like we play Bettendorf at 2:15 on Friday and Benton at 5:45, so it's an early or mid-afternoon and a late afternoon couple of softball games for Ottumwa in Cedar Rapids at Jefferson at the Brian Irby Classic on Friday. Then looking ahead to next week, Monday the 26th, we have softball at Des Moines East, doubleheader at 5. Tuesday the 27th, softball at Burlington, doubleheader at 5. Wednesday the 28th is the makeup games from the rainout back on June 1st. Ottumwa baseball hosting Des Moines Lincoln on Wednesday, looking for a little revenge after what happened on Monday of this week. And then we're softball the rest of the week. We'll have softball Thursday the 29th, home against North. And then the Ottumwa Softball Classic is Friday and Saturday. On Friday, the Bulldogs will play Roland Story at 5:45 and then Ankeny at 7:30. On Saturday, Ottumwa will play Solon at 1:30 and Fairfield at 5 o'clock. And that'll wrap up the Ottumwa Classic. And then only 2 more regular season broadcasts are scheduled after that. Monday, July 3rd, softball a doubleheader at Indianola. And then Wednesday, July 5th, baseball versus Fort Madison at 7. A single game to wrap up the regular season. And then right after that, we're into the postseason, which has not yet been announced, but I'm sure by this time next week, we will certainly know the Ottumwa softball regional matchup. And again, I'm not exactly sure when regional pairings for softball and sub-state pairings for baseball are released, but it won't be too long until we have all of that information, and we'll be ready to broadcast postseason baseball and softball on KBIZ and on the live video stream. All right, let's take another 3-minute timeout and come back with the Game 2 starting lineups on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Hi, this is Cassandra Brewer, clerical lead at Mercy One Ottumwa Family and Internal Medicine Clinic. If you're looking for a local provider to handle you and your family's healthcare needs, consider Mercy One Ottumwa. From pediatrics to geriatrics and everything in between, we are here for you year-round to assist you in your healthcare needs. We also offer our quick care walk-in clinic with no appointment necessary, open Monday through Friday from 7 to 4:30. Mercy One Ottumwa Family and Internal Medicine Clinic. Your best life, our one purpose. Visit mercyone.org.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
Birthdays, ladies' night out, bachelor or bachelorette party, sports team, no matter what your special event or sport, at Graphics Masters, we can make you stand out. We offer custom apparel, t-shirts, sweatshirts, koozies, and more. We even make custom signage for your event. It's all here under one roof. We even offer auto detailing as well. Like Graphics Masters on Facebook to see some of our quality work, or stop into the shop located on Albee Road across from the BP. Graphics Masters, we print your words.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
High-speed internet is here, powered by a 100% fiber optic network. Citizens Mutual provides reliable, fiber-to-the-home, high-speed internet to rural Iowa.
My children and my grandchildren, when they come here, they didn't like to come visit very much because they couldn't get on their devices. Well, now they love it because they can have chats with their friends. People don't realize how isolated sometimes people are out in the rural areas. So, yeah, it's awesome.
Visit findmyfiber.mycmtech.com.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Ottumwa High Baseball on KBIZ and on the live video stream. Bulldogs and Mason City about to play Game 2 of the doubleheader. Time now to check the Game 2 starting lineups. First, for the visiting Bulldogs, leading off the designated hitter, Dalton Dowd. Batting second, the center fielder, Javen Rominger. Tucker Long, the second baseman, bats third, and Carter Thompson, the shortstop, in the cleanup spot. Tanner Shark in right field, batting fifth. Braylon Griffiths in left field, bats sixth. Jared Mitchell will play first base and bat seventh. Cam Maneri, the catcher, will bat eighth. Batting ninth is the third baseman, Kaysen Palm. And on the mound in Game 2 for Ottumwa is senior right-hander A.J. Guest, making his fourth start, his sixth appearance overall. Guest is 1-0 with a 4.02 ERA. 15 2/3 innings pitched, 20 hits allowed, 15 runs, 9 earned, 8 walks, 5 hit batters, 6 strikeouts, opponents hitting .260 against the righty. As for Mason City, their leadoff hitter will be Caden Tyler, who will catch in Game 2. Batting second, the shortstop, Ethan Roberts. Alex Dietz in left field bats third, and Nolan Stiles playing first base and batting fourth. Jake Gold at third base in Game 2, Gold batting fifth. Ryan Melendez, the designated hitter, bats sixth. Lincoln Birding at second base, Birding batting seventh. Max Lang in right field batting eighth. And batting ninth is the center fielder, Cole Hobart. The pitcher for Mason City in Game 2 is Braden Baker, who played first base in Game 1. The junior making his sixth start, his team-high 10th appearance. He is 3-1 with a save and a 2.85 ERA. 34 1/3 innings pitched, 22 hits allowed, 17 runs, 14 of them earned, 22 walks, 4 hit batters, 31 strikeouts, and opponents hitting .176 against the junior. Ottumwa 19-9 coming into the matchup. Mason City 20-8. The two teams played last year at Dwayne Banks Field in Iowa City, home of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Split a doubleheader. Ottumwa looking for a split here after dropping Game 1 in a game you heard on KBIZ or watched on the live video stream a little bit earlier today. Bulldogs dropped that game 5-3. I think both teams are pretty much ready for Game 2, but we're missing two gentlemen. I don't see our umpires yet. And of course, you got to have umpires to start the game. Let's take a 2-minute timeout and return with more of the Game 2 pregame show on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent: our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
Birthdays, ladies' night out, bachelor or bachelorette party, sports team, no matter what your special event or sport, at Graphics Masters, we can make you stand out. We offer custom apparel, t-shirts, sweatshirts, koozies, and more. We even make custom signage for your event. It's all here under one roof. We even offer auto detailing as well. Like Graphics Masters on Facebook to see some of our quality work, or stop into the shop located on Albee Road across from the BP. Graphics Masters, we print your words.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
At Family First Chiropractic, it is our goal to get you and your family as healthy as possible and keep you healthy for the rest of your life. We deliver an elevated level of care for the entire family. We approach healthcare from a holistic view, incorporating multiple chiropractic techniques and physical therapy to ensure that our patients achieve the best results as fast as possible. We believe you deserve the best. A little preventative care now will eliminate pain management in later years. We want our kids to grow and live an active, healthy lifestyle. Get your family checked at Family First Chiropractic.
Get the small town charm with real-world experience at William Penn University. Located in beautiful Oskaloosa, Iowa, William Penn is the perfect place to pursue your higher education. We offer a diverse selection of majors, including a 4-year nursing degree. And our state-of-the-art facilities offer the latest technology. With small class sizes and affordable tuition, William Penn is a great place to call home. Invest in your future at William Penn. Visit wmpenn.edu today to learn more and enroll.
Hey, it's Sam here, your Lisco sales rep. Summertime weather is just around the corner, so you know the drill. Construction is in full swing, and we have limited time to get your order on the list for this year. As you're prioritizing your goals for 2022, let's make you the priority. We can chat details about what would make your home or business data connection the most successful. To add or update your services, call me, Samantha Knoll, for your Lisco sales and account management. 641-209-5400, 209-5400, or visit us at lisco.com.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Ottumwa High Baseball, 1240 AM, 102.7 FM KBIZ, live video on the Ottumwa Radio Group Facebook page. Our umpires have now returned to the field, and they're meeting at home plate with Bulldog head coach John Yeager and Mason City head coach Troy Rude. Then they'll introduce the starting lineups. They'll have the national anthem before game 2 of this doubleheader, and then we will get the ball game underway. Again, Ottumwa 19-9, Mason City 20-8. They'll have identical records if Ottumwa can win game 2, and it's going to be on the right arm of A.J. Guest. Coach Yeager hoping that a little bit of a softer throwing pitcher might throw off the timing of Mason City. Ottumwa hit the ball fairly well again in game 1 against Lincoln Birding, but the bottom of the 4th inning turned things around as Mason City turned some softly hit singles into 4 runs. And then Ottumwa had the bases loaded, 1 out in the top of the 5th, and had Tanner Shark at the plate, then Braylon Griffiths, but they both struck out, and Ottumwa's best chance to get back in the game went by the boards. They left a runner on second in the 6th inning, had the leadoff man on in the 7th, and then saw the game end on a double play. Let's see if Ottumwa can get up off the deck and earn a split here, head back home, and get ready for what will be a critical Iowa Alliance South matchup tomorrow night against Des Moines Roosevelt. Bulldogs really do not want to be going into that with a 4-game losing streak. Time now for the national anthem. 2 minutes and we're back for the opening pitch on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
In Searcy, Arkansas, a young man says I love you for the first time, but his girlfriend doesn't quite hear. In Franklin, Tennessee, a boy encounters his first pickle. And in Kyle, Texas, after a mission for tots, cousins realize they're a long way from Kyle, Texas. One day, many people, millions of orders. This is Howie Sonic.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
Hey, nice job clearing the clog.
Thanks.
You know anybody who could repair the water damage in my basement?
Roto-Rooter does that.
Do you guys fix water heaters?
Roto-Rooter does that.
How about a leaky faucet?
We do that.
Disposal repair?
We do that.
I've got to run a few errands, but if you could finish up those pies, that'd be great. Thanks.
And away go troubles down the drain.
Pies. Okay.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Ottumwa High Baseball, 1240 AM, 102.7 FM KBIZ. Live video on the Ottumwa Radio Group Facebook page. Good evening once again, everybody. Jason Van Arkel with you from Roosevelt Field in Mason City. Annie Argo, the on-site video producer. Carl Davis, the radio producer, back at the KBIZ studios. Big right-hander Braden Baker on the mound for Mason City. The defense behind him, Alex Dietz in left, Cale Hobart in center, Max Lang in right. Jake Gold at third, Ethan Roberts at short, Lincoln Birding at second, Nolan Stiles at first, and Caden Tyler behind the plate. Dalton Dowd, Javen Rominger, Tucker Long, the top three in the Bulldog order. Dowd was 0 for 3, hit by a pitch once in game one. We're ready for game two. First pitch of the ball game. In there for a strike 0-1. Our first pitch at 7:35 on a pleasant evening in Mason City. 83 degrees under sunny skies. Skies are clear. The 0-1. Breaking ball outside corner, strike 2. Southeast wind blowing in gently at about 10 miles an hour. 0-2 to Dowd. Baker winds and delivers, and it's in the dirt, 1-2. Sunshine still on the field pretty much everywhere in fair territory. There are shadows in foul territory, especially on the first base side. Now the 1-2 to Dowd. That's driven to right, pretty well hit. Going back is Lang. He's got a beat on it and makes the catch for out number 1. That'll bring up Javen Rominger, who was 2 for 4 with a double and a single in game 1. Javen also had a deep fly out to the edge of the warning track in game 1. He's swinging the bat really well lately. First pitch. Big breaking ball stayed up high, 1-0. Baker's been a tough guy to hit for Mason City's opponents this year, the 1-0. Outside corner strike, 1-1. Number 1 at bat, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Aces wild on the scoreboard until that pitch came up and in, 2-1. Baker working quickly. The 2-1 to Javen is driven deep to left, but foul by about 10 feet, bouncing onto the warning track, 2-2. Well, everything Javen hits, or most everything Javen's been hitting the last couple of weeks, just sounds good. 2-2 to Rominger, 1 out, nobody on here in the top of the first. The pitch. Sharp grounder foul up the third baseline by about a foot, still 2-2. Again, 320 feet down the lines here at Roosevelt Field, 350 to the alleys, 360 to straightaway center. The 2-2 to Javen. Outside, 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, Tucker Long on deck. The payoff pitch to Javen. Up and in, ball 4, and Rominger draws a 1-out walk. Here is Tucker Long, 1 for 4 with a single in game 1.
Second baseman number 22, Tucker Long.
Long will dig into that left-handed batter's box. The third baseman Gold in on the edge of the grass. Throw to first, Rominger back in time. Javen's second on the team in steals. He's got 21 thefts in 22 tries. Pitch is upstairs as Rominger bluffed going but stayed at first. Ball 1 to Long. Tucker stays right in that left-handed batter's box. Runner goes, pitch is high. The throw down to second is also high into center field, but backed up by Hobart. Safe is Rominger with his 22nd steal of the year. Count 2-0 to Long, now with a man in scoring position and only 1 out. Ottumwa did score first in game 1, had a first inning run. They'd like to do so again here. Again, if you missed it earlier, Bulldogs led early but ended up losing 5-3. Now the 2-0. Ground ball sharply to third and off the glove and into left field as Gold misplayed it. Rominger stops at third as Dietz, the left fielder, gets it back in. Tucker's safe at first on the air. Runners on the corners and 1 out for Carter Thompson. Thompson was 0 for 2 with a pair of walks in game 1. Long a candidate to run at first. Most Bulldogs are a candidate to run, let's be honest here. Tucker has 11 steals on the air, and he's chased back to first on the throw, but he's in standing up, did not have a big lead. Bulldogs staying with those red T-shirt jerseys. Mason City still with the home whites, script lettering River City on the front. The pitch, and Thompson grounds it sharply foul, third base side, 0-1. I still think the funniest thing I've seen in terms of uniforms happened last Saturday at Luther College as Carter pops this foul back and out of play 0-2. And if you weren't with us, I'll try to describe it briefly. We played Decorah in game 1, and they had white jerseys with blue trim, and we're wearing our gunmetal gray road jerseys with the red trim on the sleeves and the collars and the red lettering. Runner goes. The pitch grounded up the middle. That's into center for a base hit. The run scores. Racing for third is Long. Carter Thompson, RBI single. Hit and run works, and it's 1-0 Ottumwa. And for Thompson, that's RBI number 19 on the season. Thought for a moment Ottumwa might have somehow hit into a double play on a hit and run because that went right up the middle, but the shortstop Roberts covering the bag, he'd kind of stopped at second, and then the ball was just a little bit more to his left. He couldn't reach it. So Long at third, Thompson at first, Rominger home, and here's Tanner Shark. Shark 2 for 3, 2 singles, an RBI, and a run in game 1. First pitch. Hit in the air, foul off to the left out of play, 0-1. So anyway, we're playing Decorah, and we're wearing those gunmetal gray jerseys. South Winneshiek shows up to play the next game against Ottumwa, and they're behind the third base dugout. And they just show up in T-shirts and their uniform pants, throw to first, not in time. And they start pulling on their game jerseys, and they are identical to Ottumwa's gray jerseys. Same color, same trim, same color lettering. The only difference is they say Warriors instead of Bulldogs on them. That pitch misses to Shark, 1-1. Everybody up in the press box is saying, well, somebody's going to have to change uniforms or this is going to look like an intra-squad game. Ottumwa did have their pinstripe uniforms, so they changed. Thompson runs, pitches high. They will throw through, not in time. Carter Thompson with a steal. That is the 12th steal of the year for Carter. Second and third, still only one out. 2-1 now to Shark. Yeah, for a brief moment there, we had visions of Ottumwa and South Winneshiek playing in identical jerseys. Now the 2-1. Tanner tried to check his swing, went around, strike two. Pitch was around the outside corner, but I think would have been low. 2-2 to Sharks. Second and third, one out, a run home for Ottumwa. Chance to put a crooked number on the board. Infield back, they trade a run for an out here. The pitch. Stayed high, 3-2, Braylon Griffiths on deck. 3-2 to Shark. Baker from the stretch, and now time called. Long at third, Thompson at second, one out, run home, and the 3-2 to Shark. Swing and a foul as he stays alive. See Tanner trying to wait back on that pitch. Shark thinking opposite field there. That's where both of his hits went in game one. Still 3-2 to the Bulldog right fielder. That pitch inside ball four. And they are loaded with one out for Braylon Griffiths. Braylon was 1 for 3 with a single in game one, but he's looking for a little redemption here. He came up in the top of the fifth inning, game one, bases loaded, 2 out. Ottumwa was down 2 and struck out. Corner infielders now in for Mason City. Middle infielders double play depth. Braylon is going to try to hit this ball in the air. Bases loaded, 1 out. The pitch. And he pops it down the right field line. This could be trouble, but it's going to land foul. As the first baseman, Stiles, was in pursuit, but out of his reach, strike one. Off the bat for a moment there, I thought he might have blooped one fair down the line, but it ended up about 5 or 6 feet foul. 0-1 to Braylon. Bases full of dogs and 1 out. Braden Baker from the stretch with the bases loaded. The pitch. Upstairs, 1-1. Dowd flew out. Rominger walked and stole second. Long reached on an error. Thompson an RBI single. Stole second, then Shark walked. Now the 1-1 to Braylon. Breaking ball came back over the inside corner, 1-2. Braylon flinched. He thought it was going to come in and hit him, and it broke back over the inside corner. Now Braylon has to protect. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The kick and the pitch. Ground ball to third, knocked down by Gold, picks it up. His only play is to first. It's in time for out number 2, but the run scores, and it's 2-0. Well, Braylon put the ball in play, and that was good enough. If Gold had fielded it cleanly, he probably would have thrown home. But Braylon hit it hard, and he'll pick up his 15th RBI. Long scores. That's an unearned run. Remember, he reached on an error earlier. Second and third, 2 out for Jared Mitchell. Mitchell was 1 for 3 with an RBI double in game one. 2-0 Ottumwa. And the pitch. Ground ball to third. Gold has this one. The long throw across is in time to retire the side. But Ottumwa gets 2 runs on 1 hit. There was an error and 2 left after half an inning. The Bulldogs 2, Mason City coming to bat on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the first inning, A.J. Guest to the mound for the first time, already staked to a 2-0 lead. The defense behind him for Ottumwa, Braylon Griffiths in left, Javen Rominger in center, Tanner Shark in right, Kason Palm at third, Carter Thompson at short, Tucker Long at second, Jared Mitchell at first, and Cam Maneri behind the plate. Caden Tyler, Ethan Roberts, Alex Dietz, again the top three in the Mason City order. Tyler played third base in game one, was 1 for 4 with a single. Ottumwa dropped game one, 5-3, looking for the split here. Let's check the Major League Baseball scoreboard as we go through this bottom of the first inning. Caden Tyler stands in. Major League Baseball finals. Cubs beat the Pirates 8-3. Cubs swept the Pirates in Pittsburgh. They're off to London to play 2 against St. Louis this weekend. First pitch to Tyler is low, ball 1. Other finals today, Rays over the Orioles 7-2. Blue Jays beat the Marlins 6-3. Reds beat the Rockies 5-3. The Reds have won 11 in a row. That pitch down low, 2-0. Tigers beat the Royals 9-4. Diamondbacks over the Brewers 5-1. Astros in a shootout over the Mets 10-8. The Nationals blanked the Cardinals 3-0. That pitch inside, 3-0 to Tyler. Game's in progress right now. Braves and Phillies are in a rain delay in Philadelphia. Bottom of the fourth in New York, Yankees 3, Mariners nothing. Top of the sixth in Cleveland, Athletics and Guardians tied at 4. The 3-0 pitch in there for a strike to Tyler, 3-1. And in the top of the fifth, the Target Field, Twins lead the Red Sox 3-2. White Sox and Rangers tied at 1 in the top of the third in Chicago. The 3-1 slow roller left side, that'll get foul. And the count fills at 3-2. Mentioned the Reds are on an 11-game winning streak. That is their best winning streak in 66 years. Guess 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Came back from a 3-0 count and got him for out number 1. First strikeout for A.J. Guest, brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. Here is the shortstop, Ethan Roberts. Roberts 0 for 3 in game 1. 2 flyouts and a strikeout. First pitch downstairs, ball 1. Guest into the windup in the 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. A.J. peers over the glove, has the sign from Cam Maneri. The 1-1. Down and in, 2-1. Two balls and a strike. The next pitch misses, and it's 3-1. The 3-1 offering. High, ball 4. So a 1-out walk to Roberts. It was a 1-out walk that started the Ottumwa rally in the top of the first. Here's Alex Dietz, the left fielder. Dietz was 0 for 1. He drew a walk and was hit by a pitch in game 1. One on, 1 out for the Riverhawks. Guest from the stretch. The pitch. Fly ball to center. Drifting back a bit is Rominger. Makes the catch, 2 down. And the batter is Nolan Stiles, playing first base in game 2. Stiles was 2 for 3 with a couple of singles and a couple of runs in game 1. Roberts at first is their leading base stealer, 14 steals and 15 tries. Throw to first before he really had his lead, and he gets back standing up. Runner at first and 2 down for Mason City here in the bottom of the first inning. Ottumwa with a 2-0 lead. Runner goes. Pitch is grounded to short. Thompson's got it. Throw to first, and the inning is over. No runs, no hits, a walk, and a man left after an inning. Bulldogs 2, Riverhawks nothing on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
This is Ottumwa with Mike's Pizza and Steakhouse in Ottumwa. Wondering what to have for lunch or supper? You don't really want to cook? Stop in and see us. We are known for the best pizza in Southeast Iowa. Enjoy a mouth-watering steak or an awesome tenderloin. We also have salads, pasta, chicken and fish, and of course, amazing Greek food. Call ahead for carryout. Our full menu is available at Mike'sPizzaSteakhouse.com. Thank you for making us your favorite restaurant. We look forward to serving you at Mike's Pizza and Steakhouse. Opa!
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Top of the second inning. Ottumwa coming to bat, leading Mason City 2-0. Braden Baker needed 29 pitches to get through that first inning. Issued a pair of walks, gave up one hit. 2 runs, 1 earned as an error didn't help his cause. 8-9-1 do it for the Dogs. Cam Maneri, Kaysen Palm, then Dalton Dowd. Cam didn't play in game 1. On the season, he's batting 174, 4 for 23. Does have a couple of runs batted in. And we've talked about it before. Cam was coming off-season surgery. Wasn't in the lineup at all for the first quarter of the season, I would say, and he's been working in to get some more playing time, but still hasn't found timing at the plate. First pitch from Braden Baker, low for ball 1. Cam's hit a few balls hard. We know he's got home run pop. He hit a home run last year in Indianola. And a swing and a miss there evens the count at a ball and a strike. Right now, though, you just want to see him make some good swings, make some good contact, start feeling a little bit better at the plate. Breaking ball line down the left field line, but that's going to land foul by about 3 feet, 1 and 2. One ball, 2 strikes to Maneri. Cam's still only a sophomore. The 1-2. In the dirt, 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Low and away, 3-2. Kaysen Palm on deck. Now the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That inside breaking ball, I think Maneri thought it was headed for the corner. Didn't look like it got to the corner, but he swung and missed for strike 3. First strikeout for Baker. Here's Kaysen Palm, 0 for 2 with a walk in game 1. Baker's first pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. Kaysen kind of put his foot in the bucket there a little bit. That stride towards the third baseline, a little bit more than at the pitcher. There's a ground ball softly hit out to short. Up with it is Roberts. Throw is in time for out number 2. Top of the order, Dalton Dowd flew out to right his first time up. Mason City went to throw the ball around the horn. It ended up in left field. Now, if you're on the left side of the diamond, you're looking right into the setting sun right now. Third base, shortstop, left field. Dowd stands in, hit the ball well his first time up, but flew out to right. And he takes a pitch down low for ball 1. The wind and the 1-0. High chopper over the mound, and cutting across the shortstop, Roberts flips to first in time for the third out. Ottumwa goes in order. We go to the bottom of the second. Bulldogs do lead 2-0 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Birthdays, ladies' night out, bachelor or bachelorette party, sports team, no matter what your special event or sport, at Graphics Masters, we can make you stand out. We offer custom apparel, t-shirts, sweatshirts, koozies, and more. We even make custom signage for your event. It's all here under one roof. We even offer auto detailing as well. Like Graphics Masters on Facebook to see some of our quality work, or stop into the shop located on Albee Road across from the BP. Graphics Masters, we print your words.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the second inning, Ottumwa 2, Mason City nothing. A.J. Guest pitched her on a one-out walk in the first inning. Here in the second, the senior will face Jake Gold, Ryan Melendez, and Lincoln Birding. Gold started at second base in game one and then came on as a relief pitcher to get the final 4 outs and earn the save. At the plate, he was 1 for 3 with a run scored. Ottumwa got 2 runs on a hit, an error, and a couple of walks in that first inning. And now Gold will stand in to start the bottom of the second. A.J. appears over the glove to get the sign from Maneri. The first pitch, slow chopper foul, third base side 0-1. Right now the mound is still in sunshine. Home plate is in shadow. And as the ball leaves the pitcher's hand, it travels from light into shadow, and that can make it tough to hit. Here's the 0-1 to Gold. Breaking ball, dropped in there for a strike, 0-2. Best curve we've seen early on from A.J. Guest. No balls, 2 strikes. The right-hander still looking in for the sign. Now the wind in the 0-2. Outside 1-2. Bulldogs trying to snap a 3-game losing streak. Their 12-game win streak ended on Monday at Des Moines Lincoln. The 1-2 pitch stayed high, 2-2. Lights are on here at Roosevelt Field, but still a lot of sunshine in the sky and on the field. Lights have not taken effect as of yet. Guest to Gold, the 2-2 pitch. In the dirt, 3-2. Ryan Melendez, the DH, on deck. Guest was ahead 0-2. Now it's full. 3-2 to Jake Gold. The payoff. Up and in, ball 4. All the way to the backstop. Gold hustles down to first, but Maneri's got the ball, and it'll just be a walk. Second walk issued by Guest, and here is Ryan Melendez, the DH. Melendez appeared as a pinch hitter in game 1 and grounded out to short. Gold with a pretty big lead over at first. And a throw to first will chase him back. Gold second on the team in steals. He's 13 for 15. Tied for second on the team with Cale Hobart. Melendez digs in. Gold edges out to a lead not quite as big as before. Not running. And the pitch is up and in, ball 1. Over in Omaha at the College World Series, they're getting down towards the final. In fact, we've already got one team in the CWS Final Series. Florida beat TCU 3-2 today to advance to the best of 3 final. Florida will face either Wake Forest or LSU. Guest with a long pause in the 1-0. And there's a liner up the middle, base hit. I believe that's the first hit of the season for Melendez. And the Riverhawks have 2 on and nobody out for the second baseman, Lincoln Birding. Birding was a winning pitcher in game 1 at the plate. He was 1 for 3 with a 2-run single. So at the College World Series, Wake Forest is playing LSU right now in Omaha. If Wake Forest wins the game, they go to the final. If LSU wins, they'll play a winner-take-all game tomorrow for the right to face Florida. And LSU right now leading Wake Forest 5-2 in the bottom of the 6th inning. First pitch swing and a foul tip into the mid of Maneri, strike 1. Jaron Mitchell in on the grass at first, anticipating a bunt. Cason Palm back at third. No sign of a bunt on that first pitch to Birding. Birding has 2 sacrifices on the year. Long look at second by Guest. Bunt shown. Pitch is outside. And the count even at a ball and a strike. One and one to Lincoln Birding. A.J. comes set. Looks at the runner at second. Looks again. Bunt shown. Here's the pitch. Bunted foul back to the screen, 1-2. See if that eliminates the bunt from the equation here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 on, nobody out for Mason City, bottom of the second. Ottumwa leading 2-0. Guest on the mound trying to keep it that way. The pitch. Fastball called, strike 3, and that's out number 1. Birding was looking for the local, got the express. Second strikeout for Guest, brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. It brings up Max Lang, the right fielder. He did not play in Game 1. Lang getting his first at-bat of the season, according to the stat sheet. First pitch is high, ball 1. Lang has appeared in 5 games before tonight. He's scored 3 runs. He's been used as a runner. But playing right field here in Game 2. 2 on, 1 out. Lang, the number 8 hitter in the order. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Longtime Mason City head coach Troy Rude goes through the signs. Gold at second, he walked. Melendez at first, he singled. The 1-1. Ground ball to short. Thompson has it, goes to second for 1. Relay to first. Not in time. Runner coming home. Throw to the plate, the catch, the tag, and safe is the call. Boy, I didn't think he could even get to the plate as far outside as he slid. But the plate is covered in dirt, so he got near it. I thought Maneri might have gotten the tag on him in time. No argument from Ottumwa, 2-1. And Lang will get a strange RBI. Melendez out at second for the second out. Lang at first on the fielder's choice, and Gold never stopped running. And here is the center fielder, Cale Hobart. First pitch. High fly ball to left, going back Griffiths, and he will get there and make the catch. No, he dropped it. He had it and he dropped it. Coming around to score is Lang, and we are tied at 2 on the error. Griffiths got there. Looked like he was going to pull it in. Bobbled it, tried to recover it, and dropped it on the warning track. No RBI, an unearned run. Back to the top of the order, Caden Tyler was struck out his first time up. Boy, Ottumwa giving up 2 runs in very unconventional fashion here. That first one, when Gold never stopped running, he was trying to catch Ottumwa by surprise, and it just barely worked. I do think that maybe Ottumwa could have avoided that if Tucker Long had not tried to make the relay throw to first. That ground ball to short was probably too slowly hit to turn 2. Breaking ball up high to Tyler, ball 1. But then this inning should be over, but the drop fly ball allows a second run to score, and Ottumwa handing out a couple of gifts here in the second inning. Hobart at second, 2 down. Runner goes. Pitch is hit high in the air to left. Back again is Griffiths, shy of the track, settles under this one, makes the catch to retire the side. 2 runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 1 left. We go to the third, tied at 2 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Top of the third inning, Ottumwa's 2-run lead is gone. We're tied at 2. Honestly, Ottumwa's got to expect Mason City to be aggressive on the base paths. They don't steal bases as much as Ottumwa does, but when the ball is in play, they're always looking to take an extra base. They scored their first run by doing that on what, if it had been hit any harder, was an inning-ending double play. The ball wasn't hit hard enough to do that, but when Ottumwa tried to turn it anyway, the lead runner scored from second, and then the Bulldogs commit a gaffe, dropping what would have been the third out on a fly ball to left, allowing the second run to score. 2, 3, and 4 due up for the Dogs. Best part of the order, Rominger, Long, and Thompson. And this is the part of the order that produced the 2 runs in the first inning. Rominger walked, stole a base, and scored. First pitch to him here from Braden Baker, misses high, ball 1. Each team 2 runs, 1 hit, and an error. Pitch in the dirt, 2-0. Each team scoring 1 earned run and 1 unearned run in the ball game so far. 2-0 to Rominger. Baker's pitch. In there for a strike, inside corner, 2-1. Baker into the windup and the 2-1 pitch. Hit high in the air, left center field, going back Hobart, still going back, and that ball is up against the fence. Rominger cruising into second with a leadoff double. Boy, Jabin is just tearing the cover off the ball lately.
Second baseman number 22, Tucker Long.
Tucker Long, the batter, he reached on an error and scored in the first inning. Hit the ball hard, and it ricocheted off Jake Gold, who was drawn in at third base. Baker now from the stretch. Gold is in again on the grass. First pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1. To Long. The next offering, outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Don't see Ottumwa bunting here, but the way the defense is lined up for Mason City, the first baseman Styles way back. You push a bunt past the mound to the right side, they're not going to get Tucker out. Baker will pivot and bluff Rominger back to second as the shortstop Roberts was sneaking in behind. 8:10, 10 minutes after 8 on 1240 AM, 102.7 FM, KBIZ Ottumwa. Runner goes, pitch in the dirt, and no throw will be made. Rominger steals third without a throw. Jabin's second steal of the game. His 23rd of the season. 2-1 to Long, now with the man at third and nobody out. Ottumwa trying to retake the lead. Tied at 2 here in the top of the third. The 2-1. Poked in the air, foul off to the left out of play, 2-2. Again, 8:10 in the evening, plenty of light in the sky. This is the first day of summer, and it is the longest day of the year. Unfortunately, that means the days will gradually start getting shorter. The 2-2 pitch fouled off as Tucker spoils a good breaking ball. Still 2-2. Rominger at third, nobody out. Tied at 2, top of the third. Again, the 2-2 to Tucker. Line into right field, and that'll get down for a base hit. Run scores, and Ottumwa back in front 3-2. Tucker Long with his 36th RBI of the season. And for the moment, that pushes him into the RBI lead in Class 4A. Time called as Baker will get a visit from his pitching coach before Carter Thompson stands in. Thompson, an RBI single and a stolen base in the first inning. So you look at the Class 4A leaderboards in terms of stats. Tucker Long came into the game second in hitting in 4A with a .523 batting average. Rominger and Long were tied, along with Rowan Daniels of Cedar Rapids Kennedy, for the 4A RBI lead with 35. Long now has 36. Luke Gravy second in Class 4A in steals with 31 coming into this doubleheader. First pitch to Thompson, popped up right side foul, playable possibly for Stiles in front of his own dugout, makes the catch for out number 1. Long stays at first, and the batter Tanner Shark, who walked his first time up. Should also mention that Jared Mitchell came into tonight's game fourth in Class 4A in ERA with an 0.30 ERA, but that will have gone up after game 1, as he allowed 4 earned runs in 6 innings. Runner goes, they'll throw to first, but the throw to first was so late that Long's already down to second. And Stiles didn't even bother throwing to second, so Tucker gets the stolen base. For Long, that's his 12th. First pitch in the dirt, ball 1. Tucker did take off too early there. If Baker had stepped off, he could have thrown to second and gotten Long out in plenty of time, but I don't think either he didn't know Tucker was running or he thought he had time to do the pickoff move, and by the time the ball was at first, it was too late to throw it to second. That pitch low and away to Shark, 2-0. 3-2 Ottumwa, runner at second, 1 out here in the top of the third. Dogs a run home to take the lead. Rominger doubled, stole third, scored on the Long single. Long now at second. And the 2-0 to Shark. High and away, 3-0. Braylon Griffiths on deck. Three balls, no strikes. The pitch. Outside corner, strike 1. Ottumwa wants to keep the offense going here. The 3 runs they scored in game 1, that's the fewest we've had in a game in a while. I'll check the note to get it accurate here. Shark swings and misses 3-2. Game 1 was the first time in 14 games where Ottumwa didn't score at least 6 runs. They had a streak of 13 straight games scoring 6 or more. 9 of those games they were in double digits. They want to get back to that kind of offense as Shark calls time and steps out with the count 3-2. Bulldogs leading 3-2 here in the third. The payoff to Tanner. Inside corner, strike 3. Shark tossed the bat away. He thought he'd draw on the walk, and there's 2 down. Second strikeout for Baker. The batter, Braylon Griffiths, who had an RBI ground out his first time up. Infield back now all the way around for Mason City. There's a pop-up right side behind the bag at first, and in fair territory, Stiles makes the catch to retire the side. Ottumwa gets a run on 2 hits. They leave 1. We go to the bottom of the third. Bulldogs lead 3-2 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Get the small town charm with real-world experience at William Penn University. Located in beautiful Oskaloosa, Iowa, William Penn is the perfect place to pursue your higher education. We offer a diverse selection of majors, including a 4-year nursing degree. And our state-of-the-art facilities offer the latest technology. With small class sizes and affordable tuition, William Penn is a great place to call home. Invest in your future at William Penn. Visit wmpenn.edu today to learn more and enroll.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the third inning, Ottumwa's retaking the lead. It's 3-2 here at Roosevelt Field in Mason City. A.J. Guest face the 2, 3, and 4 hitters in the Riverhawks order, Roberts, Dietz, and Stiles. Guest in 2 innings has walked a pair and struck out a pair. He's only given up one hit. You could argue that he shouldn't have given up any runs. If Ottumwa hadn't tried to get a double play they weren't going to get, and then hadn't dropped a fly ball in that second inning, Mason City might not have scored at all. Roberts walked his first time up. First pitch low and away, ball one. Guest into the windup and the 1-0. That's low, 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. The pitch on the way. Inside 3-0. I'm trying to figure out if this strike zone is small or if it's, I'm not sure what it is, the 3-0. That's on the inside corner for a strike, 3-1. Wasn't that much different than the 2-0 pitch. That pitch high for ball four, and Roberts has walked for the second time in this game, this time leading off the third. Here's Alex Dietz, who flew out to center his first time up. Again, Roberts is their leading base stealer, 14 for 15 on the season. Guest will throw to first, not in time. AJ, long look over at first before he comes set. Now time called at the plate. Dietz still awaiting his first pitch of the at-bat. Here it comes. In there for a strike, 0-1. Dietz will dig back in. Guest comes set. Throw to first, and diving back in safely is Roberts, a bit awkwardly. Still 0-1 to Dietz. Bottom of the third, Ottumwa leading 3-2. Mason City with the leadoff man on. The 0-1. Downstairs, 1 ball, 1 strike. One and one to the left fielder for the Riverhawks. The pitch. Fly ball to center. Rominger backpedals a bit. He's there, makes the catch, 1 down. Dietz is twice flied to center. That'll bring up Nolan Stiles. Grounder to short his first time up. Last time Stiles batted, Roberts was at first with 2 down. Roberts ran on the first pitch, but Stiles grounded it to short to end the inning. Let's see if Roberts is in motion here. Does not have that big of a lead. Long pause by Guest. And time called at the plate. AJ really trying to vary his deliveries. Trying to keep Roberts off balance at first. Guest comes set. Runner goes. The pitch is down. Oh, it's a strike. Throw to second, and not in time. Oh, and Maneri is a little frustrated with himself. That was a 1-hop throw. It was on the bag, but he didn't have as much juice on it as he wanted. If that throw is straight onto the bag without a hop, I think they get him, but I believe it was Long fielding that throw, and the one hop actually caused him to lift his glove up over as Roberts slid in. So Roberts has his 15th steal. It's 0-1 to Stiles, and this pitch popped up right side. Jared Mitchell behind the bag, foul territory, makes the catch, 2 down. Roberts stays at second, and the batter is Jake Gold, who walked and scored in the second. AJ trying to work around the leadoff walk and keep his team in front 3-2. Mason City runner at second, 2 down here in the bottom of the third. A look back at second, and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Tied him up inside, 0-1. Gold digs back in. AJ set. Looks at Roberts at second in the 0-1. Strike at the knees, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Roberts away to his lead at second. His guest looks in for the sign from Maneri. He's got it. A look back at Roberts, who dances away, dances back. Runner goes, pitch, low and away, and Roberts actually stopped. I'm surprised. Looked like he was going to run to third. Ball was in the dirt, and Roberts probably wishing he hadn't stopped. 1-2 to Gold. AJ comes set. Runner does go, and stops. Pitch is in the dirt, though, and Maneri couldn't find it. Roberts had stopped, but he ends up at third. I think that's a wild pitch, not a steal, because Roberts did come to a stop and then ran again when he saw the ball was in the dirt, and Maneri was trying to find it. It was just behind Cam, but Roberts was already halfway to third. 2-2. Tying run at third with 2 down. Doesn't matter where he is as long as Guest can get the batter Gold. The 2-2 pitch, up and in with a breaking ball, 3-2. Ryan Melendez on deck. 3 balls, 2 strikes. AJ has his sign. The 3-2 pitch, high ball 4. So runners on the corners for Melendez, who singled his first time up.
Brings up the designated hitter number 20, Ryan Melendez.
2 walks in the inning. A walk, a fly out, a stolen base, a foul out, a wild pitch, and another walk. First pitch here. Outside runner goes. Ottumwa will throw to Thompson. A short runner coming home. The catch, the tag, and out at home is Roberts, and the inning is over. Maneri didn't throw it all the way to second. He threw it at Carter Thompson, creeping in at short. Roberts tried to score, and the Bulldogs cut him down to end the inning. No runs, no hits, 1 left. We go to the 4th. Bulldogs 3, Riverhawks 2 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
In Searcy, Arkansas, a young man says I love you for the first time, but his girlfriend doesn't quite hear. In Franklin, Tennessee, a boy encounters his first pickle. And in Kyle, Texas, after a mission for tots, cousins realize they're a long way from Kyle, Texas. One day, many people, millions of orders. This is Howie Sonic.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Top of the 4th inning. Ottumwa 3, Mason City 2. Bulldogs have the bottom third of their order due up against the right-handed Braden Baker, Jared Mitchell, Cam Maneri, and Kason Palm. Mitchell grounded to third his first time up.
Bringing out the scorers for Ottumwa, the first baseman, number 15, Jared Mitchell.
Bulldogs have made Baker work 57 pitches in just 3 innings. The line by the right-hander and the pitch. Down low, ball 1. Ottumwa's worked a couple of walks. They've worked a lot of deep counts. The 1-0 to Jared. That's a letter high strike, 1-1. One and one to Mitchell. The next offering. Lined into left field, and that will get down for a base hit. Jared Mitchell with a leadoff single. His second hit of the doubleheader. And that'll bring up Cam Maneri, who struck out his first time up. Jared a short lead at first. The pitch to Cam, swing and a miss, 0-1. I've said this before, you wouldn't think of Jared as a stolen base threat, but he's 7 for 7 in stolen base tries. Everybody up and down the Ottumwa roster has a green light to run if they have the opportunity. Cam showed bunt, pitch was up and away, 1 ball, 1 strike. Kind of too bad that pitch wasn't one that Cam could have laid down because Mason City wasn't expecting, and now the third baseman Gold has come in on the edge of the grass. 1-1 to Maneri. The next pitch, bunted first base side, good bunt up the line, fielded by Baker. He couldn't pick it up cleanly, and everybody's safe. Tried to barehand it. That ball died in the grass about halfway up the first baseline. So Maneri will get a sacrifice, and he reaches on the air by the pitcher, Baker. Courtesy runner for Cam is Luke Gravy. And the batter, Kason Palm, a ground ball to short his first time up, and this would definitely seem like a bunting situation for Ottumwa, and I think Mason City realizes it too, because it looks like head coach Troy Root out of the Riverhawk dugout to talk to his infield. We talk about this all the time, but it's one of the baseball fundamentals. If you're trying to bunt a runner over from second, that's true whether you just have a runner at second or you have first and second. You try to bunt it at third base. That's actually going to be all for Braden Baker. It's an early call to the bullpen for Mason City. We'll take 30 seconds, come back, and tell you about the new pitcher after this on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Pitching number 9, Jake Gold, and now playing third base, number 4, Caden.
So changes for Mason City. Jake Gold, who got 4 outs and got the save in Game 1, is on in relief here in the 4th inning of Game 2. This time he comes over from third base. Caden Tyler had been catching. He will go to third base. And the new catcher for Mason City is Dakota Jelly, a sophomore, who we did not see in Game 1. That's spelled H-J-E-L-L-E. I'm told he caught Game 1. Now, that was not the name that was on the lineup card we were given. We were given a different name. Oh, wait, check that. It was him. All right. I think I had the wrong name on the catcher for game one. So he caught game one. Now he's back in for game two. He is not in the batting order. He replaces Braden Baker, who is out of the game. So Gold on to pitch for the second time in this doubleheader. Kason Palm will be the batter. Two on, nobody out for Ottumwa, top of the fourth, leading 3-2. You would expect a bunt here. Corner infielders are in. Here's the pitch. Outside corner strike, 0-1. Again, first and second, you want to bunt this ball at the third baseman, Tyler. Make him come in and field it. Leave no one to cover third. Now you would expect Gold to pitch Palm away here. Mitchell's running, and there's nobody covering third, and Mitchell stole third, and now racing to second, but is going to get caught stealing his Luke Gravy, and that's a mistake by Luke. Mitchell with an intelligent steal because Tyler had crept so far into third, no way he could get back, even though Gold had never thrown the ball, but then Gravy thought he could take off for second. The problem was Gold never even threw to third, and all he had to do was turn around and throw to second. So Mitchell does get his 8th steal. And now Mitchell kind of, he slid into third. Now he's holding his left arm. That's not his throwing arm, but he did something to it. So when this is all resolved, Ottumwa's going to have a runner at third and 1 out. And Mason City looks like they'll have the infield in. Told you Ottumwa had the green light to run whenever, and Jared Mitchell with a heads-up play. Unfortunately, Luke Gravy made the mistake behind him, so instead of first and third, nobody out, it's a runner at third and 1 down. Palm with an 0-1 count. Corner infielder still in, middle infield about halfway. And Palm a liner, but it's right at the second baseman, Birding, and makes the catch for out number 2. Boy, and Palm frustrated. He had a good swing on that one, but now it's up to Dalton Dowd, who's 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground out. Boy, that is frustrating because the whole complexion of this inning changed twice in a heartbeat there. First with Mitchell stealing third, but then Gravy getting caught trying to steal behind him. Dowd takes a fastball strike from Gold, 0-1. Gold struck out Dowd in the 6th inning in game 1. The 0-1. Way outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. One and 1 to Dowd. The next pitch. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Dowd trying to put the ball in play here. 1-2, Mitchell at third, 2 down, 3-2 Ottumwa, top 4. The pitch. Fly ball foul off to the left out of play, still 1-2. Still 1-2 to Dalton Dowd. Gold's pitch. Popped up left side, foul. Over for a look is Tyler, but that's out of play. And we stay at 1-2. Gold on in relief of Braden Baker, who went 3 innings plus 2 batters here in the 4th. Another 1-2 pitch. Down and in, 2-2. The line on Baker right now, 3 innings pitched, 3 runs, 2 earned, 4 hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, 63 pitches. He's still responsible for Mitchell at third. So that run will be charged to Baker if Dowd can bring Mitchell home. The 2-2 pitch. Inside 3-2. Javen Rominger on deck. Boy, you'd love to see Rominger get a crack here. 3-2 to Dalton Dowd. Righty to lefty, the stretch and the pitch. Upstairs, ball 4. And that will give the hot-hitting Rominger the opportunity. Javen has walked and scored. He's doubled and scored. He's stolen 2 bases. And Javen had a base hit off of Gold in the 7th inning in Game 1. 3-2 Ottumwa. First and third, 2 down. Rominger hoping to tie Tucker Long for the team lead in RBI. Throw to third, and Mitchell back in standing up. Mason City tried to catch Jared Mitchell napping at third, but he was paying attention. Rominger swing and a miss, strike 1. Kind of an awkward swing at a pitch up and in. Dowd had started and stopped over at first. Dalton has good speed. He only has 1 steal, but then again, he only runs when he's a DH. When he's a catcher, they use a courtesy runner for him. The 0-1. In the dirt, low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jared Mitchell at third, Dalton Dowd at first. 1-1 to Javen Rominger. 2 out here in the top of the 4th. Dogs trying to add to a 1-run lead. Up and in, 2-1. 2 balls and a strike. Gold kicks and delivers. And Rominger grounds it up the middle. That's going to get through for a base hit. Mitchell scores. Dowd stops at second. Javen with his 36th RBI. It is 4-2. And after all that, Ottumwa gets the clutch hit to cash in that leadoff single. And now here's Tucker Long. Just saw Rominger tie him for the team RBI lead and the Class 4A RBI lead at 36. If Long could drive in Dowd from second, he'd retake that lead. There's been an error in this inning, but it was erased on the caught stealing, so everything to this point is earned. And pitches inside to the left-handed batting Long, 1-0. That run is charged to Braden Baker, and that'll close the book on him. 4 runs, 3 earned on 4 hits in 3 innings, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, 63 pitches. 1-0 to Tucker Long. 2 on, 2 out. Pivot and a throw to second, not in time, as Dowd dives back in safely. Long's RBI single last inning was to right field. The pitch. Outside corner strike, 1-1. Of course, Tucker has made a living this year hitting the ball to left center. Love to see him drive one into. They've got a big gap over there, too. The left fielder, Dietz, is over towards the line. The center fielder, Hobart, straight away. Hit it towards that 350 sign, that Riverhawks word on the left center field wall, and you could drive in, too. Now the 1-1. Bunted third base side, but foul. 1-2. Tucker was trying to catch Caden Tyler napping over there, but bunted it foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the Bulldogs' second baseman. Dowd at second, Rominger at first. A run home here in the 4th. Ottumwa leading 4-2. Gold, the reliever, comes set. The 1-2 pitch. In the dirt, that gets away all the way to the backstop. Dowd to third, Rominger to second, 2-2 to Long, and now a base hit could score 2. Deuce is Wild on the scoreboard, number 22 at bat, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Two and 2 to Tucker Long. Gold's pitch. Line into left field, base hit. That'll score 1. Dietz is to it quickly. They'll hold Rominger up at third. RBI single, Tucker Long, 5-2. RBI number 37 on the season for Tucker Long. He's back in front by himself in Class 4A. Here's Carter Thompson, who's 1 for 2 with an RBI single. Rominger at third. Now Long at first. I've talked off and on over the years about maximizing innings, and what I mean by that is if you could at least drive in all the runners you get in scoring position, you maximize the inning. Fake to third, throw to first, not in time. Tucker Long had started to second on that fake to third move. He hustled back. Could have been a close play, but the first baseman Stiles didn't field the throw cleanly. It dropped right in front of the bag. Now the first pitch to Carter. Way high, ball one. Boy, that one almost got over the head of Jelly, the catcher. 1-0 to Carter Thompson. Runner goes, pitches outside. They throw to the shortstop. Trying to come home is Rominger. The throw not in time, and that gets away to the backstop. Down to third. Goes long. Rominger steals home. Mason City tried to do the same thing that Ottumwa did to them when they tried to steal a run last inning. Throw to the shortstop coming in and fire back home. The problem was Rominger got a great jump. And then the throw by Roberts was high. So Long steals second. He goes to third on the throwing error by the shortstop. Count is 2-0 to Thompson with another runner on third. And there's a strike at the knees, 2-1. Second error of the inning, third of the game committed by the Riverhawks. Now the 2-1 to Carter. High 3-1 with Tanner Shark on deck. 3 runs home in the inning for Ottumwa. All of this happening with 2 out. The 3-1. Line down the left field line. Foul by less than a foot. 3-2. Boy. Carter nearly had himself an RBI double. 3-2 to Thompson. Tucker Long at third, 2 down. Ottumwa 3 home in the inning, leading 6-2. The 3-2 pitch in the dirt, ball 4. Runners on the corners again, and here's Shark, who was walked and struck out here in game 2.
Right field number 2, Tanner Shark.
But since Case and Palm lined out for the second out, Dowd is walked. Rominger an RBI single. Long an RBI single. Thompson's walked. And Jake Gold, who got the save in game 1, has been unable to stem the tide here in game 2. Pitch way high and outside, ball 1. There is a right-hander throwing in the Mason City bullpen. And Troy Rude is out of the dugout again for Mason City, and he may be making another change. We'll see. Bulldogs have scored 3 runs with 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. And after breaking that string of 13 games where they scored at least 6 runs in each game, they only scored 3 in game 1 here tonight. They're back to 6 runs here in game 2 and looking for more. Right now, this is a conversation on the mound. Not a pitching change, and Gold will stay in to face Shark. 1-0 count. Long at third, Thompson at first. Ottumwa up 6-2 and trying to add at least one more. Again, you've got a runner at third again. Talking about maximizing the inning, bring home those runners in scoring position. The pitch, way high, 2-0. You get the feeling that if Gold loses Shark here, that'll be his final batter. Tanner, the 8th batter of the inning for Ottumwa. 2 balls, no strikes. The pitch. Downstairs, 3-0. Gold's already walked 2 this inning. Three and 0 to Tanner Shark. The kick and the pitch. There's a strike, 3-1. Shark taking all the way. 3-1 to Tanner. Runner takes off early. Ottumwa's going to try to get in a rundown to score the run. Throw back to first, and the run scores. Carter's going to get caught stealing eventually here. Tagged out by Birding. The inning is over, but Ottumwa stole the run. It is 7-2. And nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Dogs up 5 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the fourth inning, A.J. Guest pitching with a 5-run lead. Ottumwa up on Mason City, 7-2. 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Riverhawks, Melendez, Birding, and Lang. And the totals in that top of the fourth for Ottumwa: 4 runs, 3 hits, 2 errors, nobody left on base. Two of the runs were charged to the starter, Braden Baker. The other 2 to the relief pitcher, Jake Gold. Ryan Melendez, the batter, he's 1 for 1 to the single. He was at bat in the bottom of the third inning when Mason City tried that double steal with runners on the corners to steal home, but saw Ethan Roberts thrown out at home by Carter Thompson. That caught stealing, by the way, that ended that third inning, went 2-6-2. First pitch line down the left field line by Melendez. That is a fair ball on the chalk, and it bounces off of Griffiths, who fires it back in, but that is a leadoff double for Ryan Melendez. Melendez, well, he hadn't had a hit all season. Now he's 2 for 2. Batter Lincoln Birding, who was called out on strikes his first time up. Still quite a bit of light in the sky, but the stadium lights have taken full effect here at Roosevelt Field. First pitch in the dirt. Good stop by Camineri, ball 1 to Birding. Ottumwa up 7-2, but a long way to go here. We're only in the bottom of the fourth inning. Melendez has both Mason City hits. A look back at second by Guest, and the pitch high and away, 2-0. Guest definitely wants to get through this inning. He's got the 5-run lead. You complete 4 innings at the minimum as a starter, you'll get the win in a 7-inning game. Now the 2-0. Swing and a miss. Good breaking ball, 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike. The next offering. Popped it up, out to shortstop. A few steps in as Carter Thompson makes the catch for out number 1. That'll bring up Max Lang, who had an RBI fielder's choice his first time up. Runner at second, 1 down. Bottom of the fourth inning, Ottumwa up 5. Melendez dancing around at second. That pitch fouled at the plate by Lang, 0-1. Bulldogs kind of gifted a couple of runs to Mason City in the bottom of the second inning, but the offense has responded. A run in the third, 4 in the fourth. They lead 7-2. The 0-1 here, outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. One to the Riverhawk right fielder, Max Lang. AJ's pitch, lined foul down the right field line by about 3 or 4 feet, 1-2. One and two to Lang. Guest has walked 4 and struck out 2 through now 3 1/3. He's given up just 2 hits. The 1-2 pitch. Roller past the mound, over to get it is Thompson, and he can't field it cleanly. Runners on the corners and 1 out. They've put a hit on the board. It would have been a close play at first. I'll go with the hit there. That brings up Cale Hobart. Hobart hit the ball that should have ended the second inning. Fly ball to deep left. It was dropped for an error that allowed the second Mason City run to score. And on that grounder by Lang, we'll put a hit in the scorebook, but I'm not official. I've got a feeling that when Ottumwa totals up the numbers for Guest, that will not count against him as a hit, but we'll see. First pitch, breaking ball up and in to Hobart, 1-0. Guest has his sign. Couple of nods, the 1-0. Over his head, 2-0. Lang at first has not attempted to steal on the season. Don't know if Mason City would want to run down 5 with runners on the corners and 1 out, but I could see it. That pitch in there for a strike, and it's 2-1 to Hobart. You're down 5, you steal second, then a base hit could score 2, and you'd be back within 3, so you can see the logic there of taking the risk. Not running here, and that pitch swung on and missed, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 on, 1 out, bottom 4. Guest kicks and delivers. Fly ball to left, over towards the line, shallow, long run for Griffiths, foul territory, and it's out of his reach. No play, still 2-2. Ottumwa leading 7-2 again here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Mason City runners on the corners and 1 out. Leadoff hitter Caden Tyler on deck for the Riverhawks. The 2-2 from Guest to Hobart. In the dirt, 3-2. Well, you do not want to load the bases in front of the top of the order. Guest needs to throw a strike here, and if Hobart beats you, he beats you with a hit, but don't give him the base. Will Lang be in motion? Full count with 1 out. We'll see. Long pause. He is running. The pitch swung and fouled. And we'll do it again at 3-2. Feels like a pivotal moment right here. 3-2 to the number 9 hitter. Runners on the corners and 1 down. We've had a double that landed on the line in left field. Had a pop out. We've had a slow roller to put runners at the corners. Runner doesn't go. The 3-2 swing and a miss. Strike 3, and there is a big second out for A.J. Guest. The 3rd strikeout for him tonight, brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. Here's Caden Tyler. He struck out and flied to left, 0 for 2. Runners on the corners and 2 down. Lang gets his lead at first. Melendez a short lead at 3rd. Right-handed right-hander, Guest to Tyler. Popped it up, backing out of play, 0-1. 7-2 Ottumwa. Guess trying to get out of a jam. Mason City had runners on the corners and 1 down. There's now 2 down. Oh, 1 to Tyler, who started game 2 as a catcher but is now playing third base. The pitch on the way. Breaking ball low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ottumwa got 2 in the first, Mason City 2 in the second. Bulldogs are running the third, 4 in this 4th inning. Mason City trying to answer. 2 on, 2 out, bottom 4. Guest with a long pause and the 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Boy, Tyler tried to hit that one over the light towers and came up empty, 1-2. I was trying to think of a town east of Mason City, and I couldn't come up with one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch in the dirt. Maneri knocked it down, but it went behind him a little bit, and Lang will take second on what will be a wild pitch. 2-2 to Tyler, and now that base hit could score 2. They weren't going to steal the bag, but pitch in the dirt allows him to take second. 2-2 to Tyler. Guess a long pause, and he'll step off. At this point, the runners don't matter. AJ just has to find a way to retire Tyler, and he's out of the inning. 2-2. Guest comes set. The pitch to Tyler. Up and in, 3-2. First base is open, but Ethan Roberts is on deck. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Pivotal pitch right here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Ottumwa up 5, Mason City second and third, 2 down. The 3-2 pitch. High drive to left, going back Griffiths. He's underneath it. And he makes the catch on the warning track to retire the side. Caden Tyler has 6 home runs on the year. He just misses a 7th, and A.J. Guest is out of the inning. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left. We go to the 5th inning. Ottumwa 7, Mason City 2 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Birthdays, ladies' night out, bachelor or bachelorette party, sports team, no matter what your special event or sport, at Graphics Masters, we can make you stand out. We offer custom apparel, t-shirts, sweatshirts, koozies, and more. We even make custom signage for your event. It's all here under one roof. We even offer auto detailing as well. Like Graphics Masters on Facebook to see some of our quality work, or stop into the shop, located on Albee Road across from the BP. Graphics Masters, we print your words.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Top of the 5th inning. Ottumwa flirted with some danger in the bottom of the 4th, but A.J. Guest kept Mason City off the board, and the Bulldogs still lead 7-2. Tanner Shark will lead off for Ottumwa. He'll be followed by Braylon Griffiths and Jared Mitchell. Shark was at bat and had a 3-1 count. Runners on the corners, 2 out, top of the 4th. Carter Thompson took off for second. And Ottumwa was, or at least Thompson was trying to draw throw, which he did. Thompson got himself in a rundown, and during the rundown, Tucker Long stole home. Thompson was eventually tagged out to end the inning. Now Shark at bat, a walk and a strikeout. First pitch from Gold. Bunt shown, pulled the bat back, pitch was up high, ball 1. Caden Tyler charging at third. If Tanner's going to lay one down, he needs to push it to the right side and get it past the mound. They're back on the right side. That pitch hit in the air, foul off to the left out of play, 1-1. Of course, with Tanner, sometimes he is trying to bunt for a hit. Other times he's just showing that bunt early, trying to bring that third baseman in, because Tanner's pretty good at looping a line drive over a drawn-in third baseman and into left field. Now the 1-1. He lines it off to the left, foul. That's what he's trying to do, but hasn't kept it fair yet. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 7-2 Ottumwa here in the top of the fifth. Dogs trying to avoid being swept. They lost game one 5-3. It was a good ball game. Now the wind by the reliever, Jake Gold, in the 1-2. Popped in the air, foul off to the left, out of play. We'll do it again. Gold came on with 2 on and nobody out in the fourth inning. Ottumwa kind of gave him the first out, ran into an out at second base. He got palmed the line out, but then Ottumwa started producing. The 1-2. Inside, that kicks to the backstop as Tanner hopped out of the way. 2-2. Dowd walked. Rominger had an RBI hit. Tucker Long had an RBI hit. Thompson walked. 4 runs scored. The 2-2 to Shark. Fly ball tailing towards left center, shallow. In is Hobart, the center fielder, makes the catch for out number 1. That'll bring up Braylon Griffiths, who's 0 for 2, but does have an RBI on a ground out. One out, nobody on for Ottumwa here in the fifth. First pitch from Gold to Griffiths, up and in, ball 1. Gold threw 24 pitches to get the final 4 outs for Mason City in game 1 and get the save. He threw more than that in this fourth inning today. There's a pitch fouled back, 1-1. Boy, Braylon was right on that one. Gold needed 29 pitches to get the 3 outs in the fourth inning. He's up to 37 now for this game. And 62 for the doubleheader. 1-1, 1 out, nobody on. Braylon Griffiths digs back in. And the pitch. Inside, 2-1. Just after 9 o'clock on 1240 AM, 102.7 FM, KBIZ Ottumwa. The 2-1. Outside corner, strike, 2-2. Gold walked 2 in that fourth inning, and he was 3-1 on Shark when the double steal attempt happened, as Griffith swings and misses strike 3. And that is out number 2.
First baseman number 15, Jared Mitchell.
Still, Gold's been a little wild, and Ottumwa wise to be patient at the plate. Both Shark and Griffiths worked the count even though they were both retired. Here's Jared Mitchell, who singled to start that fourth inning, stole third and scored the first of the 4 runs. He's 1 for 2 on the night, or at least on this game. And he's 2 for 5 in the doubleheader. First pitch here, swing and a miss, strike 1. Oh and 1 to the Bulldog first baseman. The next offering, swing and a miss, 0-2. Two out, nobody on, top 5. Ottumwa leading by 5. 7-2. The 0-2 to Jarrett. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And the inning is over as Ottumwa goes down in order. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Dogs up 7-2 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Get the small town charm with real-world experience at William Penn University. Located in beautiful Oskaloosa, Iowa, William Penn is the perfect place to pursue your higher education. We offer a diverse selection of majors, including a 4-year nursing degree. And our state-of-the-art facilities offer the latest technology. With small class sizes and affordable tuition, William Penn is a great place to call home. Invest in your future at William Penn. Visit wmpenn.edu today to learn more and enroll.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the 5th inning, A.J. Guest still on the mound for Ottumwa. He's pitching with a 7-2 lead here in Mason City. A.J.'s allowed 3 hits through 4 innings. He has struck out 3 and walked 4. 2, 3, and 4 due up for the Riverhawks. Roberts, Dietz, and Stiles. Ethan Roberts does not have an at-bat yet in this game. He's walked twice. Let's get you another scoreboard update here before we're done tonight. College World Series. LSU beats Wake Forest 5-2, so those two teams will play again tomorrow. And the winner will advance to the best of 3 College World Series final against Florida. Florida eliminated TCU today 3-2. Guest to Roberts, swing and a miss, 0-1. Good off-speed pitch. On the Major League Baseball scoreboard. Get you updated on games in progress here in a moment. Guest into the windup and the 0-1 to Roberts. Bounced it in there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Top of the 9th at Target Field, which we're not that far from here in Mason City. Twins and Red Sox are tied at 4. Bottom of the 7th on the south side of Chicago, Rangers lead the White Sox 6-2. The 1-1 pitch. Down low, 2-1. End of the 2nd inning in Anaheim. Dodgers and Angels are scoreless in the Freeway Series. Top of the 2nd in San Francisco. Padres and Giants are scoreless. That pitch fouled off to the right weakly by Roberts, and the count even at 2-2. A lot of games have already gone final. 1 game rained out. Braves at Phillies postponed due to the showers in Philadelphia. The wind by Guest in the 2-2. Ground ball left side. Thompson has it. It's got to hurry. Fires to first, and it's wide. He would have been safe anyway. The ball hits the fence in front of the Mason City dugout, stays in play. That'll be an infield hit for Roberts. No error because Roberts did not advance. And the batter is Alex Dietz, who's twice flied to center. Final scores in Major League Baseball today. Cubs beat the Pirates in Pittsburgh 8-3. That's a sweep for Chicago. Rays over the Orioles 7-2. Blue Jays double up the Marlins 6-3. Reds beat the Rockies 5-3. Reds have won 11 in a row. Tigers over the Royals 9-4. Diamondbacks beat the Brewers 5-1. Throw to first, Roberts back in safely. Astros over the Mets 10-8. Nationals blank the Cardinals 3-0. Yankees over the Mariners 4-2. Guardians beat the A's 7-6. That is your Wednesday night Major League Baseball scoreboard. Mason City leadoff man on bottom of the 5th inning on an infield hit. And the pitch fouled at the plate by Dietz, 0-1. Another big cut by Mason City. They've been taking some gigantic hacks at these off-speed pitches by Guest, but for the most part are not making solid contact. 0-1 to Dietz. Roberts stole his 15th base earlier in this game. That's tops on the team for Mason City. That pitch skied in the air to right. Shark drifting back. Tanner's got it for out number 1 as Roberts hustles back to first. We're right around that twilight or dusk time here in Mason City, and it kind of looks similar to what we have in Ottumwa. And we know in Ottumwa we get around that time, sometimes fly balls get lost when they get above the lights. Shark didn't really have a problem with that one, it appeared. 1 down for Nolan Stiles, who's grounded to short and fouled out to first, 0-2. Guest from the stretch, first pitch. Up and in, ball 1. Roosevelt Field in Mason City, our second trip here to broadcast. Came up here in 2020 for the first time. Long pause in the 1-0. Up and in, 2-0. Fine facility here. Good permanent seating behind the plate and up the first base and third base lines. Nice big press box. Got a great view with our camera if you're watching on the live video stream. The 2-0 is an inside corner strike, 2-1. I imagine going forward, Ottumwa will play up here every other year unless Ottumwa and Mason City decide to renew playing at a neutral site like they did 3 times in the last 5 years. That pitch in the dirt, Roberts down to second as Cam trapped it but had to reach beneath him to pick it up. 3-1 to Stiles now with a runner at second and 1 out. In 2017, 2018, and again last year, these two teams played doubleheaders at the Iowa Hawkeye home field, Dwayne Banks Field in Iowa City. The 3-1. Line into center, that is down for a base hit. Roberts around third. They'll put the stop sign up as the ball's fired into the plate, and nobody cut it off. That's going to allow Stiles to go to second. Boy, Ottumwa's got to hit a cutoff man there. That's not an error, but it is a mistake. Second and third with 1 out. The batter, Jake Gold, who's walked twice. And Mason City loves to take extra bases. I don't think Stiles ever slowed down there. If somebody cut that off, they probably would have had to play at second. Now Guest in a jam, second and third, 1 out. And there's a drive to left center. Rominger on his horse into the alley. He's going to make the catch. Runner will tag and score. And it is 7-3, but that is the second out. Stiles will stay at second. Sacrifice flying an RBI for Gold. Runner at second, 2 down for Ryan Melendez, who's 2 for 2 with a single and a double. Give Gold his 13th RBI of the year. But Guest did get the second out, and if you get out of this inning only allowing 1 run, you're still up 4. That's a pretty good job. AJ still with 1 more out to get, however. And he's not retired Melendez yet. First pitch, swing and a miss. Fooled him on a slow breaker, 0-1. Those of you who are watching the live video stream, we've had I'd say our router burped here maybe. So we're going to get that reset for you. If you flipped over to KBIZ, try to get this stream up quickly. 0-1 to Melendez, and he's now walked down to talk to his head coach, Troy Rude, halfway up the third baseline. Runner at second, 2 down, a run home for Mason City here in the 5th. Ottumwa still leads 7-3. Bulldogs 2 in the first, 1 in the third, 4 in the 4th. Mason City 2 in the second, 1 here in the 5th. 0-1 to Melendez. Guess to look back at second at Stiles, and that pitch down and in, 1 ball, 1 strike. In talking about the 3 times we went to Iowa City to see these two teams play where the Hawkeyes play, that's always fun. It'd be fun if we did that again, but might also be more beneficial to both teams if they met in the middle sometimes. How fun would it be to see Ottumwa and Mason City meet in the middle at Principal Park in Des Moines? You get several high school games there every year. Don't know if the schools have ever talked about that. I would suggest that as a possibility. Look back at second by Guest. A few more looks and the 1-1. In there for a strike, 1 and 2. I don't think it'll happen next year. I think, Ottumwa made the trip up to Mason City this year. I believe next year Mason City will come down and play at John Hart Stadium. After that, though, who knows? Looks like the stream is restored. That's good news. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Check swing on a pitch outside. Camineri asked the umpire to appeal. The umpire declined, and the count even at 2-2. Runner at second, 2 down, a run home for Mason City in the 5th. Ottumwa still leading 7-3. Guest comes set. The 2-2 pitch in the dirt, 3-2. Lincoln Birding, the second baseman, on deck. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The payoff pitch. Fly ball to right over towards the line. Shark looking for it. Now he's underneath it, makes the catch to retire the side. Again, it's a tough time at night, but Tanner found the ball. And Mason City settles for 1 run on 2 hits. They leave 1. We go to the 6th. Ottumwa 7, Mason City 3 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Top of the 6th inning. I didn't really catch what happened there as Ottumwa was leaving the field. Mason City was coming out. Might have been a little chirping between some players. Ottumwa leading 7-3. It'll be 8-9 and 1 due up for the Dogs. Maneri, Palm, and Dowd against Jay Gold, who is still out there. Gold gave up 2 runs after coming on in relief in the 4th inning, also allowed 2 inherited runners to score. Pardon me, Gold gave up 3 runs. Only one of those runs was charged to the starter, Baker. Gold gave up 3 runs. He did set Ottumwa down in order in the 5th. Maneri has struck out and laid down a sacrifice where he also reached on an error. Pitch upstairs, ball 1. The wind by Gold and the 1-0 pitch. Inside 2-0. Hitters count for Cam Maneri, 2 balls, no strikes. Gold wants a different baseball. He'll get it. The sophomore catcher digs back in. The 2-0 from Gold. Little flare out towards second. Might be a tough play. Fielded by the first baseman. Stiles, a flip to first off the glove of Gold. Maneri safe at first. I think he had it beat anyway. Should be a base hit for Cam. And he'll get Luke Gravy as his courtesy runner. So Ottumwa's got the leadoff man on, the batter Case and Palm. Palm has grounded to short and lined sharply to second. Boy, Cam, I think, got that one off the handle. Just kind of looped it out into that grass behind and to the right of the mound as we look at it. First baseman Stiles was the closest one to it. Gold did get over to cover, but I think Cam had it beat, and it became a moot point anyway when Gold could not cleanly field the toss. Throw to first and Gravy back in safely. Luke was caught stealing for the first time all year earlier in this game, and it was a base running mistake on his part. Another throw over, and again Gravy back in. The ball got away, rolling up the first baseline into right field. Gravy hustles for second, and he'll get there safely. So Luke doesn't have to steal second. He'll advance on the throwing error by Gold. And now Palm, who still hasn't seen a pitch yet, has a runner at second and nobody out. Will he try to bunt the runner to third? The first baseman's way back. Pitch is in the dirt, 1-0. Normally, runner on second, you'd try to bunt this to third and make Caden Tyler play it, but if Stiles is going to play way back at first, bunt this up the first baseline, get it past the pitcher, you'll get a hit. 1-0 to Palm. The pitch. Bunted at and missed, strike 1. Bulldogs leading 7-3, man at second, nobody out. 1-1 to Kason Palm, the Bulldogs' number 9 hitter. Showing bunt, they pivot, throw back to second. Now they throw to third, and Gravy's out at third. Boy, Luke ran too early. Coach Yeager wants to discuss that call, though. I think he believes Luke got in under the tag. Tyler was hustling back to third. John is fairly calm about this one, it would appear, but I don't know if he's arguing that the tag was late or if maybe he's, well, now he's going to get the two umpires to have a conversation here. You can't balk to second or third. I don't think John's asking if it was a balk. I'm not sure what John's point is, but it's something that's prompted a conversation between the umpires. I still don't know if it's going to get Luke to be safe at third, and if it is, I'm going to have to ask him afterwards how that worked out. Long conversation here. They might be talking about how Gold stepped off, and they're going to call safe, and that's going to get Troy Root out of the dugout. And I believe they're going to say that Jake Gold committed a balk, and Root is not happy, and he's trying to demonstrate what his pitcher did. And Root is irate, and Root is out to the mound and demonstrating what he believes his pitcher did. It has to be a balk. There's no other way to call it. And I mean, Mason City's not happy about the call and not happy that it took a discussion to make the call. Boy, this is about the longest I've ever seen a coach go on with an umpire, and this is about as animated, almost as animated. I've seen coaches get a little more animated than this. I've seen John Yeager extremely angry on a bad call in a playoff game many years ago. Boy, Root is still going on. I know he's fighting for his team and his kids, but I don't think after they've already had a discussion, I don't think he's going to get overturned. And after carrying on with the base umpire, now he's going to go talk to the home plate umpire because it was after the discussion that it was overturned. And now both umpires are over there with Troy Root. And the base umpire's now somehow demonstrating what he thought he saw. This is the most amazing thing. I cannot imagine we'd see a reversal of a reversal. If we see a reversal of a reversal, I may see John Yeager reach a new level of anger. Now the umpires are talking again. I think at the end of this, Gravy's still going to be safe at third. The base umpire is going back to his spot. And Root is still berating the home plate umpire. I understand his point to an extent, and again, I don't know exactly what they decided that Gold did to cause it to be a balk. I'll have to get an explanation after. At some point, you've got to move on and play ball here. He's still arguing. I mean, the umpire at this point is showing a good bit of restraint. All right, now I think we're finally going to play on. After all of that, the count is 1-1 to Palm. Gravy's at third with nobody out. Infield now in for Mason City. Ottumwa leading 7-3, top of the sixth. The pitch. Kaysen swings and misses 1-2. Top of the order, Dalton Dowd on deck. 1-2 to Palm. And the pitch. Chopper to the right side, fielded by Stiles. He looks Gravy back to third, then goes and steps on first for out number 1. Top of the order for Dowd, who's 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Infield's going to stay in for Mason City here. Fly ball will get the job done here. Ottumwa gets that run home from third. They're back to a 5-run lead. Dowd showing bunt. I don't think he's laying one down here. And he gets an inside corner strike, 0-1. I don't think you'd see a suicide squeeze with the infield in here. Here's the 0-1. Popped it up, foul, back to the left out of play, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Infield in, runner at third, 1 out. Dowd with an 0-2 count. Got to put the ball in play here. The pitch. Fisted foul back to the left out of play. Dowd stays alive at 0-2. Gold up to 77 pitches between game 1 and game 2. Still 0-2 to Dowd. The pitch. Inside 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Righty to lefty. Gravy a short lead at third. The pitch. Breaking ball called strike 3, 2 down. The infield's going to back up, and now Ottumwa needs a hit to get that run home unless Mason City makes a mistake. But the man you want at the plate is there, Javen Rominger. Javen is 2 for 2. A double, a single, a walk. He's driven in a run. He's scored 3. Gets second in Class 4A in RBIs, 1 behind teammate Tucker Long. First pitch upstairs, ball 1. And first base open, runner at third, 2 down. If you pitch around Javen, you do have to face Tucker. Now the 1-0. Up and in, 2-0. Mason City was livid after Gravy was left at third. They thought they'd picked him off, but then a balk after discussion left him at third with nobody out. Now there's 2 out. The 2-0. Rominger fouls it back, 2-1. Mason City probably would feel a pretty big boost in confidence if they got out of this inning without giving up the run. Rominger would like to cash it in. 2 balls and a strike. The pitch. Low and away, all the way to the backstop. Coming home is Gravy. He will score, and it's 8-3 on the wild pitch. So Ottumwa back up 5, 8-3, and Rominger now at the plate with a 3-1 count, but the base is empty. So he loses the chance for the RBI. The 3-1. Up and in, ball 4. And it'll be Tucker Long's chance. Tucker is 2 for 3, 2 singles. He's reached on an error. He's driven in 2. He's scored 2. Runner at first, 2 down, a run home. First pitch. Way high all the way to the backstop. Down to second goes Rominger. Second wild pitch thrown by Gold. And his pitching coach is going to come out and try to calm him down a bit. Eight-3 Ottumwa here in the top of the 6th. Now another man in scoring position. Camineri led this inning off with an infield hit. Luke Gravy's courtesy runner went to second when a pickoff attempt was thrown away. He took off too early trying to steal third. Mason City thought they'd thrown him out at third, but after John Yeager argued and the umpires discussed, the umpires decided that a balk had been committed. Mason City argued to no avail. Gold then retired the next two hitters on a ground ball to a drawn-in infield and a strikeout, but then a wild pitch scored the run. Romiger walked, went to second on another wild pitch. Now the 1-0 to Tucker Long. Up and away 2-0. No activity right now in the Mason City pen. They did have somebody warming up earlier. That was a couple of innings ago. Long with a 2-0 count. The pitch. Inside corner, strike one. Two and one to Long. Look back at second by Gold. Another look. Runner goes. Pitch is hit in the air, foul off to the left out of play, 2-2. Romiger a bit frustrated. He had that one timed well. Again, Deuce is wild, number 22 at bat. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out on the scoreboard. Neil Hartz, if you're listening, that one's for you. Romiger at second. 2 down. The 2-2 pitch, nope, a pivot towards second. Romiger hustled back to second. The shortstop, Roberts, it looked like he was sneaking in behind, but he had been hustling back to his shortstop position just as Gold pivoted. And Gold held on to the ball with no one to throw to. Now comes set. Again, the 2-2 pitch. Runner goes, that's line to left, but it's right at Dietz, who'll make the catch to retire the side. Ottumwa gets a run on a hit and an error. They leave one. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Bulldogs 8, Riverhawks 3 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Hi, this is Cassandra Brewer, clerical lead at Mercy One Ottumwa Family and Internal Medicine Clinic. If you're looking for a local provider to handle you and your family's healthcare needs, consider Mercy One Ottumwa. From pediatrics to geriatrics and everything in between, we are here for you year-round to assist you in your healthcare needs. We also offer our quick care walk-in clinic with no appointment necessary, open Monday through Friday from 7 to 4:30. Mercy One Ottumwa Family and Internal Medicine Clinic. Your best life, our one purpose. Visit mercyone.org.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the 6th inning, and it's time for a pitching change for Ottumwa. A.J. Guest threw 90 pitches in 5 innings. He leaves with an 8-3 lead, and coming on in relief is Carter Thompson, who comes in from shortstop.
Carter Thompson now pitching for the Ottumwa Bulldogs.
Thompson making his 4th appearance. The first 3 were starts. He's 1-0 with a 1.71 ERA, 16 and a third innings pitched, 10 hits allowed, 7 runs, 4 earned, 9 walks, 5 hit batters, 23 strikeouts. Opponents have hit just 137 against him. Tucker Long moves over to shortstop, and Matt Mitchell is in the game at second base.
Leading off the 6th for the Riverhawks, number 1, Lincoln Birding.
Mitchell not in the batting order. He takes the place of A.J. Guest, who departs after 5 solid innings. Seven, 8, 9 due up for the Riverhawks. Lincoln Birding, Max Lang, Cale Hobart. Birding was 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a pop-up against Guest. The wind by Thompson in his first pitch of the night. Swung on and missed, strike one. Oh, 0-1 to the freshman Birding, the winning pitcher in game 1. That pitch downstairs, 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1, swing and a miss, 1-2. The line on A.J. Guest, 5 innings pitched, 3 runs, 2 earned on 5 hits, 4 walks, 3 strikeouts, 90 pitches. And he is in line for the win. The 1-2. Swing and a foul at the plate, and we'll do it again at 1 ball, 2 strikes. 8-3 Ottumwa here in the bottom of the 6th inning in Mason City. Bulldogs looking for a split of this doubleheader. Another 1-2 pitch. Inside it. Oh, it hit him. And he's okay. Boy, he reacted for a moment. It hit him in the arm. And he's kind of dangling that right arm as he runs down. Carter Thompson has been good in his starts this year. They've been non-conference starts. He has had some issues with control, and he certainly did not want to hit Birding there with a 1-2 pitch. Now Max Lang, who is 1 for 2 with a single and an RBI ground ball. Carter steps off the rubber. First pitch, up and away, ball 1. Birding has 3 steals on the season. Short lead here, and that pitch is on the inside corner to Lang for a called strike. Can't see Mason City trying to steal a base in this spot, down 5. They get a couple guys on, they might try to put some pressure on Ottumwa. Here's the 1-1. Strike on the outside corner, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Birding at first, nobody out. He was hit by a pitch. It was on a 1-2 pitch. Carter wants to make a better one here to Lang. The senior comes set. Long pause in the 1-2. And just poked foul off to the right. Lang basically just stuck the bat out there to foul that pitch away. Still 1-2. Thompson from the stretch, another 1-2 pitch. Outside, 2-2. Tried to go a bit further outside, see if Lang would chase it again, but he checked and didn't offer. Warm evening here in Mason City, still 83 degrees. Nope, it's dropped more, that's 74 degrees. My weather app kind of flipped there and then updated. 2-2 to Lang, the pitch. Low and away, good stop by Maneri, but it's 3-2. Boy, you do not want to be walking hitters at the bottom of the order when you've got a lead late. 3-2 to Lang. That wind is, what breeze we had has died down. Officially a southeast wind at 3 miles an hour in Mason City. There's really nothing blowing at all right here. The pitch on the outside corner called strike 3, and there's a big first out for Carter Thompson, brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. And it will not be Cale Hobart to take the at-bat. Instead, Mason City is going to bring in Gabe Reese, who is the designated hitter in Game 1. Reese was 1 for 3 with a single and an RBI. One on, one out for Mason City here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The Riverhawks have had traffic on the bases in every inning, but A.J. Guest through 5 innings limited the damage to 3 runs, 2 earned. Now Carter Thompson trying to pitch around a leadoff hit batter here in the 6th. Runner at first and 1 down. Reese pinch hitting in the number 9 spot for Hobart. Carter kicks and delivers, and it's on the inside corner for a called strike. Night has fallen here in Mason City, lights shining brightly. First day of summer. officially. Of course, it's felt like summer ever since the season started. That pitch inside, 1-1. One ball, one strike. Thompson's next offering. Inside it hit him. 2 hit batters in the inning. Boy, you hit the number 7 and the number 9 hitter. All of a sudden, Mason City, 2 on, 1 out in the top of the order coming up. Caden Tyler is 0 for 3, a strikeout and a couple fly balls to left. Tyler, with runners at second and third and 2 out in the 4th inning, flew out to the warning track and left. He's been taking some massive cuts tonight. And after the hit by pitch, Hobart will re-enter to run for Reese. And no doubt we'll go back to center field in the top of the 7th. So 2 on, 1 out, and here is Tyler. Thompson's pitch. Low and away, good stop by Maneri, ball 1. Carter from the stretch. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. When Carter's in the zone, he's been tough to hit. I think back to that Centerville game, which he wasn't the losing pitcher in, but he only lasted 4 1/3 because he walked 5 batters, only gave up 1 hit. And hit 3 batters in that game. He's hit 2 in this inning. The 1-1. Ground ball to short. Long has it to second for 1. That's all they'll get. But there's 2 down now and runners on the corners. Tyler reaches on the fielder's choice. Hobart retired 6-4 for out number 2 as Birding advances to third. And that'll bring up Ethan Roberts. 2 walks and a single. He scored a run. 8-3 Ottumwa. Mason City had 2 on, 1 out. Now runners on the corners and 2 down. Time called. Lincoln Birding down at third is doing something that's usually not what you do. He is taking his lead and he's on the baseline, so he's in fair territory. Here's the pitch. Little high ball 1. The basic reason you don't do that, you lead off from third in foul territory, because if you're in foul territory and a batted ball hits you, it's a foul ball. Where Birding is standing, if a ground ball were to hit him, he'd be out because he's in fair territory, and that would end the inning. High chopper to short, long await on, the second hop goes over his head and turns into a bad hop single. Run scores, racing to third is Tyler. It's 8-4. Nothing Tucker could do there. He wasn't going to get to the big hop, so he backed off. He knew that if he gets a normal hop there on that second hop, they get the force at second, the inning ends, but that ball hopped over his head. No chance for him to reach it. And it's 8-4. And now here's Alex Dietz, who has flied out 3 times, 0 for 3. First pitch. Inside corner, strike 0-1. Boy, it looked like Tyler was leading off straight down the line. Not sure I understand that. I mean, I know it's rare for a guy at third to get hit by a batted ball, but there's a ground ball right side through the whole base hit. A run scores. Stopping at second is Tyler. It's 8-5. Mason City back within 3. Nothing hit hard in this inning. 2 hit batters, a bad hop single, and a ground ball through the hole on the right side. And now the batter is Nolan Stiles, who's 1 for 3 with a single. Ottumwa 19-9 on the season, but it's felt like nothing's come easy all year. Obviously, the games against North and Hoover, those were fairly easy, but you expect that. Bulldogs have had to battle in a lot of games, and even though they had a 5-run lead coming into the bottom of the 6th inning, a couple of hit batters, a bad hop single, a opposite field ground ball hit through the hole. 2 on, 2 out for Stiles, who represents the tying run. He swings and misses here, 0-1. It will be a late night getting home for Ottumwa and Ottumwa fans tonight. 9:45 up here in Mason City. 9:45 in Ottumwa too, but we're a long way from Ottumwa right now. The 0-1. Downstairs, 1-1. One ball, one strike. Carter's pitch. Grounded foul right side, 1-2. One and two to the cleanup hitter, Stiles. Roberts at second, Dietz at first. They both had RBI hits. Ottumwa's lead down to 3. It's 8-5, bottom of the 6th inning. Thompson's 1-2. Fly ball to right center. That's down for a bloop single. Shark into field. A runner coming home. Throw to the plate is way high all the way to the backstop. Another runner coming home. Can Maneri get it? No, he can't. 2-run score, and it's 8-7. Boy, a good throw by Shark. Might have cut that run down at the plate, but the bad throw allows another run to score, and Mason City scored 4 with 2 out here in the 6th inning. Dietz scored all the way from first. Stiles to second on the overthrow. He represents a tying run in scoring position, and here is Jake Gold, who has walked twice and had a sac fly to drive in a run. Mason City just putting the bat on the ball. Nothing hit hard in this inning. Chopper to third, foul, 0-1. Bad hop single that went over the head of Tucker Long. Opposite field ground ball single to the right side and a bloop single to the right side. Oh, 0-1 to Gold. Thompson was a strike away from getting out of it with a 3-run lead intact, and now it's fasten your seatbelts time. 8-7. Here in the bottom of the 6th inning, and that tying run is at second. We're not out of this yet. Here's the 0-1. In the dirt, good stop by Maneri. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gold, the 8th batter of the inning. One and one to Gold, who's been pitching since the 4th inning. Thompson's pitch. In there for a strike, 1-2. Two out, a runner on second. 4 runs home for Mason City. Ottumwa's lead down to a slender run, 8-7. Carter's pitch. Fouled off to the right, out of play. Still 1-2. Still 1-2 to Jake Gold. Thompson looks back at second in the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, tied him up inside, and the inning is over. But Mason City gets 4 runs on 3 hits. There was an error, that last run unearned, and 1 left. We go to the 7th, Ottumwa leading 8-7 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Top of the 7th inning, and Ottumwa, a few moments ago, had a comfortable 5-run lead. Suddenly find themselves hoping to scratch across an insurance run or two. Their lead down to 8-7 here in Mason City. Carter Thompson, Tanner Shark, Braylon Griffiths due up. Thompson is 1 for 2 with a single, an RBI, and a walk. Ottumwa 8 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors. Mason City 7 runs, 8 hits, and 4 errors. First pitch to Thompson from Jake Gold is lined into center field. That's down for a base hit. That's a good start to the top of the 7th. Ottumwa looking for some insurance here at Roosevelt Field. Tanner Shark, the batter. He's walked, struck out, and flied to center. Third baseman Caden Tyler in on the grass. Ottumwa could very well bunt right here. Even 1 run would feel big going to the bottom of the 7th. First pitch, bunt shown, bunted in the air, and it'll be caught by the catcher, Jelly, for out number 1. Shark fouls out trying to bunt, and the batter, Braylon Griffiths, who is 0 for 3 with an RBI. Two pitches, a single, and a foul out on a bunt. 1 down, and here is Griffiths. Throw to first, and Thompson back in on a dive. Carter has a steal in this game. Gold from the stretch. First pitch, up and away, ball 1. See, I would have thought Ottumwa might have shown a little patience here in the 7th. Gold has 68 pitches in this game. He threw 24 pitches in game 1. That pitch popped up on the infield. The second baseman, Birding, makes the catch, 2 down. And the batter, Jared Mitchell, who's 1 for 3 with a single, a stolen base, and a run.
First baseman number 15, Jared Mitchell.
I would say Thompson running is likely at some point here. 2 out, runner on first. Like to get that insurance run into scoring position. Pitch up and away to Mitchell, ball 1. Gold has thrown 94 pitches tonight between the 2 games. The 1-0. Up and in, 2-0. Mitchell had to bend back off the plate. 2 balls, no strikes to Jarrett. Throw to first. Thompson back in safely. The ball squirts away from Stiles, but not far. Hitters count for Mitchell, 2-0. The kick and the pitch. Outside, 3-0. Cam Maneri on deck. 3 balls, no strikes. The pitch. Mitchell taking all the way. It's in there for a strike, 3-1. Still a slugger's count for Jarrett. Thompson will lead at first. Not running. Pitch is high, ball 4. So that'll get an insurance run in scoring position. And it'll be Cam Maneri, who's 1 for 2, an infield single. Also had a sacrifice bunt where he reached on an error. Thompson at second, Mitchell at first, 2 down. Let's see if Cam can get a hold of one here, find a gap. Gold, a long look at second in the pitch. Letter high strike, 0-1. Mason City will have 6, 7, and 8 due up in their order in the bottom of the 7th inning. Ottumwa leading 8-7, trying to find some insurance before they look to get the final 3 outs. That pitch fouled back by Mitchell, and he's down on the count 0-2. Jared had a good cut on that one, had it timed. No balls, 2 strikes. Gold from the stretch, the pitch. Breaking ball called, strike 3, and the inning is over. Ottumwa, no runs, 1 hit, 2 left. Fasten your seatbelts, bottom of the 7th, 3 outs away, but leading only 8-7 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the 7th inning, Ottumwa's going to make another call to the bullpen here to try to close this one out, and it'll be in the hands of senior Camden Cormany. Cormany is making his 4th appearance. He has 1 start. He's 1-0 with a 4.20 ERA, 5 innings pitched, 7 hits allowed, 4 runs, 3 earned, 1 walk, 1 hit batter, 5 strikeouts, and opponents hitting .280 against him. Carter Thompson has gone back to short. Tucker Long has gone back to second. Matt Mitchell is out of the game. Cormany will face Ryan Melendez, Lincoln Birding, and Max Lang. Carter Thompson pitched 1 inning. Allowed 4 runs, 3 earned on 3 hits, no walks, 1 strikeout, 2 hit batters, 31 pitches. Cormany will try to get the final 3 outs and get Ottumwa a split. Mason City's had base runners in every inning. Bulldogs 2 in the 1st, 1 in the 3rd, 4 in the 4th, 1 in the 6th. Mason City 2 in the 2nd, 1 in the 5th, 4 in the 6th. Melendez is 2 for 3 with a single, a double, and a fly out to right. Let's see if Cormany, the senior, can pick up his first save. 8-7, bottom 7th. Right-hander to right-hander. Cormany to Melendez. The pitch. Up and in, ball 1. Camden's 1-0. Dropped it in there for a strike, 1-1. On another day, we might have seen Javen Rominger come in to try to get his 3rd save, but Rominger pitched on Monday against Roosevelt. Now against Lincoln. Now the 1-1 slow roller left side. It's a foul ball. It went off the leg of Melendez, 1-2. I'm glad it did. That might have been a tough play. 1-2 to Melendez. The Bulldogs who have saves this year, Jarrett Wellings has 1, Tanner Shark has 1, Camineri has 1, Rominger has 2. But Shark started on Monday, Rominger pitched on Monday, Wellings pitched a couple innings on Monday. Actually, and Maneri's catching. The 1-2 from Cormany. Breaking ball just missed. 2-2. Boy, that dropped in. It didn't stay high. Must have been a bit outside. 2-2 to Melendez. Boy, the leadoff hitter so critical in this situation. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and there's out number 1 in the 7th. Cormany's strikeout brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. Lincoln Birding the batter. He struck out. He's popped out. He was hit by a pitch to start that 6th inning, and that kick-started the 4-run rally. Right-hander to right-hander, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him to chase a breaking ball outside, 0-1. Cormany's 0-1. In the dirt, 1 ball, 1 strike. Ace is wild on the scoreboard. Number 1 at bat, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Cormany comes set. 1-1 to the freshman Birding. Swing and a miss, chased a high one. 1-2. One out, nobody on, bottom 7. Ottumwa clinging to an 8-7 lead. Cormany from the stretch, even with no one on base. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 for out number 2. Cormany fired up. His second strikeout brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. And Mason City's final hope is Max Lang. Lang has had an RBI fielder's choice. He's singled and he's struck out. Again, according to the stat sheet, Lang had not batted all year until he started this game, game 2 here tonight. First pitch. Popped foul, backing out of play, 0-1. Cormany with a new baseball. The tall right-hander comes set. The 0-1 to Lang. Breaking ball, dropped that in beautifully, 0-2. Ottumwa 1 strike away from salvaging a split. Dropped game 1 5-3. They lead 8-7 here. 2 out, nobody on, bottom 7. 0-2 to Lang. Cormany has his sign. The pitch. Breaking ball lined into right field, softly down for a base hit. Tried to throw that same breaking ball that he did 0-1, and that time Lang timed it up. The tying run is on. And the batter is Eli Schultz. He's pinch hitting for Cale Hobart, and Hobart is now out of the game. Second time Hobart has been pinch hit for. Schultz appeared as a courtesy runner and then a pinch runner in game 1 and then played right field in the 7th inning. Ottumwa calling time while Mason City's getting the lineup card changed, and John Yeager out to talk to Cormany. Schultz, a freshman at the plate, is 3 for 24. He has driven in 3 runs and drawn 4 walks. He's also struck out 5 times. Presumably, if Mason City ties this game, Schultz would stay in the outfield. If we were to go to the 8th inning, hopefully it does not come to that. Cormany was a strike away a moment ago, but that 0-2 pitch got a little too much of the plate. And Lang was able to way back and hit a soft liner to right for a base hit. Now, will he run? With Mason City with a pinch hitter at the plate, a left-handed pinch hitter. Have a runner who hasn't stolen a base all year try to steal second to get into scoring position. Crazier things have happened. Jared Mitchell holding Lang on. Cormany's pitch. Low, ball one. Camden struck out the first two batters and gave up an 0-2 single to Lang. 1-1 to Eli Schultz. Cormany from the stretch. The 1-0 pitch. There's a strike even at 1-1. One ball, one strike to the freshman Schultz. Lang edges out to a slightly bigger lead. Not running. Pitches outside, 2-1. Quite honestly, if we had the game one umpire behind the plate again, that probably would have been a strike, but our game two umpire has been a stricter interpretation of the zone. 2-1 to Schultz. The pitch, that's way outside, 3-1. You do not want to lose Schultz. Top of the order, Tyler on deck. Ottumwa's best hope was that they were facing the bottom part of the order here. Cormany got the first two, but the hit by Lang, and now he's 3-1 on the pinch hitter Schultz in the 9-hole. Caden Tyler on deck. The 3-1. Strike 3-2, and Ottumwa again one strike away. Schultz was taking all the way there. 3-2, 2 out. You're going to see Lang in motion now. Mitchell's still holding him on. And Camden steps off and bluffs Lang back to the bag. Not a bad idea there. Maybe see if he can catch Lang leaning the wrong way, wanting to run too early. 3-2 to Schultz. Runner will go. There he goes. The pitch. Low, ball 4. Didn't miss by much. Tying run at second, winning run at first, and here's Caden Tyler. Tyler is 0 for 4. He has reached on a fielder's choice and scored in this game. And again, he leads them with 6 home runs and 33 RBI. He's been fairly quiet tonight, but he gets one more chance here. Ottumwa strike away, 2 straight batters, not able to finish the deal. Now the pitch to Tyler. Swing and a miss. Fooled him on a breaking ball. Ball in dirt, but picked up by Maneri. Runners started to go and then go back. Strike 1. Boy, I kind of wish Lang had taken off for third. Maneri had the ball in his hand. A good throw to third, and that would have ended the game in a way that Mason City would not have been very happy about. Making the final out of the game at third base would not have been a good idea, and that's why Lang went back. 0-1 to Tyler. Cormany's pitch. Sailed in, it hit him, and they're loaded. He tried to throw another big breaking ball. It slipped. And now the tying run's at third, the winning run at second. There are 2 out, but the batter is Ethan Roberts, who hasn't been retired in this game. 2 walks, 2 singles, an RBI and 2 runs. Boy, Ottumwa was about to have a very quiet bottom of the 7th. 2 strikeouts and an 0-2 count on Lang, but then a soft line drive single, a walk and a 3-2 pitch, and a hit batter. Mason City head coach Troy Rude maybe thinking about pinch running for Schultz at second. He is the winning run. I think they're going to call on Jace Birding to run at second. That's the 4th different player to occupy the number 9 spot in the batting order. You had Hobart, Reese pinch hit, Schultz pinch hit, Birding pinch running. Bases loaded, 2 out. Ottumwa leading by a run. A base hit could win this for Mason City. First pitch. Popped it up, backing out of play. Strike one. Had Roberts out in front. No balls and a strike to Roberts. Cormany comes set. He's got to trust his stuff here. The 0-1. Down low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Roberts digs back in, righty versus righty matchup. Camden's 1-1. Fly ball to right. Shark finds it. He's underneath it. He makes the catch, and Ottumwa survives. 8-7 the final. Camden Cormany got the first 2 outs on strikeouts, loaded the bases, but he gets Roberts to fly to right, and the Bulldogs do salvage a split on a Wednesday night in Mason City. Bulldogs win game 2, 8-7. We'll take 2 minutes, come back, and wrap up a wild one on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Birthdays, ladies' night out, bachelor or bachelorette party, sports team, no matter what your special event or sport, at Graphics Masters, we can make you stand out. We offer custom apparel, t-shirts, sweatshirts, koozies, and more. We even make custom signage for your event. It's all here under one roof. We even offer auto detailing as well. Like Graphics Masters on Facebook to see some of our quality work, or stop into the shop located on Albee Road across from the BP. Graphics Masters, we print your words.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
High-speed internet is here, powered by a 100% fiber optic network. Citizens Mutual provides reliable, fiber-to-the-home, high-speed internet to rural Iowa.
My children and my grandchildren, when they come here, they didn't like to come visit very much because they couldn't get on their devices. Well, now they love it because they can have chats with their friends. People don't realize how isolated sometimes people are out in the rural areas. So, yeah, it's awesome.
Visit findmyfiber.mycmtech.com.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent: our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
And welcome back one final time tonight to Roosevelt Field in Mason City, where your Ottumwa baseball team, a hard-earned split with the Riverhawks. They dropped game 1 5-3, but they win the nightcap 8-7. The totals in game 2 for Ottumwa: 8 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors, 6 left on base. A.J. Guest, the winning pitcher, he is 2-0. Camden Cormany survived a rough 9th inning to pick up his first save. For Mason City, 7 runs, 9 hits, 4 errors. They left 10 on base. Braden Baker takes the loss. He's now 3-2. The ballgame took 2 hours and 38 minutes to complete. Ottumwa improves to 20-9. Mason City falls to 20-9, and the two teams came in with identical records. They leave with identical records. Our next broadcast of Ottumwa High Athletics is tomorrow night. Back in Ottumwa, Houston Field Bulldogs softball hosting Roosevelt. First pitch at 5, pregame right around 4:45 on 1240 AM, 102.7 FM KBIZ, and on the live video stream on the Ottumwa Radio Group Facebook page. I want to thank all of our sponsors one more time: Meridian Credit Union, Bridge City Realty, Graphics Masters, Sonic Drive-In, William Penn University, Mercy One Ottumwa, Roto-Rooter, Family First Chiropractic, Citizens Mutual, Mike's Pizza, Community First Credit Union, and Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance. A big thank you to Bulldog head coach John Yeager for helping us prepare for the broadcast tonight. And a big thank you to both of my producers, Annie Argo, the on-site video producer, Carl Davis, the radio producer back at the KBIZ studios. Finally, I'd like to thank you, the fans, for tuning in tonight, because without your support of these broadcasts and of Ottumwa High Athletics, none of this would be possible. So thank you for tuning in to Bulldog Baseball on 1240 AM, 102.7 FM KBIZ, and on the live video stream on the Ottumwa Radio Group Facebook page. My name's Jason Van Arkel. I'll talk to you tomorrow night when the Bulldogs softball team plays host to Des Moines Roosevelt. Until then, good night, everybody.